Vibe blowing up the J. Got the loud jumping up the pay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping up the bay. Vibe blowing up my J. Got the loud jumping up the pay. Everything I'm on slab.
Maybe with the Brazilians, this would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's
for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to Monday Night Rawski, the longest running episodic program and live stream here on YouTube. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious one, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. All right, anyway, we got an interesting show. We here chilling on the Monday night. All right, JUCO activities planned nonetheless, and we have a good live stream for you, just an impromptu live stream talking about the Spin DAT controversy going on. Black people acting like black people again. All right, not a surprise. And generation fight over generation fight. And I did not want to spend the majority of my main live streams on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel talking about this ignorant bullshit. But I do have time to talk about it here on the Coach Greg Adams channel, the flagship, the mothership station, the station that was the most exciting station going in 2019, 2020. All right, but anyway, figure I'll give y'all some love while y'all watching the USA soccer game, aka football during the World Cup knockout game. If you're watching it on replay, the knockout game just started with USA in Belgium, and I figure you're going to have eyes on that. You can just listen to this stream and put some eyes on that game of people almost scoring goals. People almost scoring goals. All right. You guys are going to get excited about 25 times about people getting close to the goal box, dribbling down on the left or right side, trying to score a goal. All right. Trying to cross it into the middle of the field as the goalies plant it on one side of the goal post and cross it right to the middle and then hit them with the okey doke. All right. You'll see that about 11 times today, and you'll get almost excited about a goal being scored, and guess what? You're going to be disappointed 99% of the time. That's how it's pretty much going to go. But in the event they score, this game will be 2-0. All right, I'm not going to tell you who wins, but 2-0 is going to be the final score. You heard it here first, here on the channel. All right, so anyway, the Coach Greg Adams channel. So go ahead and watch it, get your popcorn, and see how many people almost score. But you're going to get some facts during this particular stream. See, my computer's acting up. And also as a sub-main event, or really just we're going to do this, the real cost of being a woman, and how men don't understand that women control the purse strings just about on everybody here in America. Everybody here in America in terms of anything, and why women are not free, why they don't see themselves as free. We're going to give you some real insight on this. But anyway, if you want to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel, where you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Coach Greg Adams channel, I should say. The Coach Greg Adams channel, I should say. Anyway, welcome back over here. And I came from my physical. You know, I be out here going to the doctor all the time, just taking precautions, getting my STI tests, testing all of my vitals. And I'm just here to tell you that my blood pressure is perfect. All right. Everything is perfect. My liver, my kidneys, my spleen, my physical shape, my testosterone. I'm a healthy individual, you know? Oh, by the way, my prostate. All right. Everything's good except, well, everything's great. All right. There was just one thing that they wanted me to check on. All right. Just to make sure I don't have diabetes. All right. You know, people out here dying of diabetes and all of that, but everything's good. All right. Go get you checked out. And so I got my STI tests. I passed. I got all C's. All right. But anyway, enough about that, man. Go get your health checked out and your physicals and shit like that. All right. I wonder why my internet's messing up, brother. And it could be probably some memory issues. Let me see if I got some memory issues. All right. Because sometimes, I'll be having memory issues, not in my brain and all that. But I be having some memory issues with my computer sometimes, especially after a weekend. I'll come back and my computer on Monday is like, hell no. I got to start closing shit left and right. All right, let me see what we got. My storage. Yeah, show me the storage. I'll see. Yep, I do have memory issues. I do got that going on. And they want me to fix it. All these tabs open and shit like that. The computer's like, man, come on, bruh. All right, but I see I got some shit going on. All right, yeah. Not too bad. But this conversation, man, look, you guys seen the Spin DAT controversy, the Spin DAT. And for people who don't know, oh my goodness, they blew it. I mean, okay, here we go. Oh, clear it. Absolutely a disgrace. All right. I coached AYSO soccer when my kids were little. I coached my daughter's team, so I know what I'm talking about. Nope. No, I didn't. I just had good players. And then when I had bad players, we lost. When I had good players, we won. I had a girl that could kick it from midfield. Now, that is midfield for AYSO field. All right, but she had a big boot. I just set her up at the middle of the field. Kick it in. I don't know how the hell she would make it. I'm like, how the hell are you making that? I mean, you are playing against female girlies, you know what I mean? But she would just boot it from midfield. She had like the giant boot. She would just pop. All right, and just kick it right in the goal. I'm like, how the fuck? And then people, it's like, you're talking about like 5th grade girls, 6th grade girls, 5th grade girls it was. I was like, bro, she lining it up. All right, she'd just be like, poop. All right, kick it right in the goal. And I was a genius coach back then. All right, I was the greatest coach in sliced bread because I had her. I can't even remember her name. All right, she had a long blonde braided ponytail. All right, when the ball would come to her, I was like, she about to score it. Boop. She would kick it right into the goal from midfield. Oh, man, that was fun. Mid-pitch, I should say. She was fantastic. All right, anyway. I have to remember her name, but she was great. I used to be like, I'm the best coach. What was I talking about? Scamming ass niggas. Oh, somebody scored? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Belgium gets on the board. The Vikings are on the board. So 2-0. Remember, that was my 2-0 was my prediction. And we're in trouble already. So I was hoping that it would be 2 on the U.S. side. But yeah. All right. So brace yourselves, brothers. Brace yourselves. Okay, I'm actually looking something up on my phone because I want to show this as proof of what I got into when I was over there in Aruba. I went on a party bus. Let me see if I have that right here. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, that ain't it. Where's the video on we're on the bus? Did I save it? It's got to be here somewhere. That's interesting. It's not on this phone. All right, did I delete it? Should be in the library. Wow, that's interesting. Oh, no, I see what happened. That was later on in the evening. Okay, I did find it. Okay, so the controversy about Spin DAT shit. For the people who don't pay attention to Black culture, I understand. I mean, don't do it. But there is a song by Young Miami called Spin Dat. All right, Spin Dat. And it is on Facebook. I'm sorry, it is on YouTube, but it is age restricted, which means I'm hoping that it's not monetized. All right. And there's Young Miami. For those that don't know, her name is Carisha, I believe her name is. And she was the woman named, just so you guys know, she was the woman named in the P. Diddy lawsuit. She was P. Diddy's last sugar baby, or last known sugar baby. And she was the one accused of transporting pink cocaine and 2C directly to Diddy whenever he needed and collecting an allowance. All right. So there was Cassie listed. There was Daphne Joy, and Young Miami was also involved in the Diddy case of Diddy providing her with an allowance and providing her with the lifestyle and transporting with a white drug trafficker. Right. And he had the little fanny pack, and Young Miami would get on a charter flight and deliver the peak 2C to Diddy. So this is the woman we're talking about. Not a lot of people are talking about that particular connection. Okay. Which is interesting. All right. She also is, Young Miami, in my opinion. Remember, this is my opinion. She was the woman that pissed off Cassie. All right. So she was the woman that pissed off Cassie. So let's go ahead and pull this up. And the reason why Cassie went on the Let's Report Diddy to the feds is that Cassie was seeing what Young Miami, the treatment that Young Miami was getting from Diddy. And so she was being crowned as the next princess of, R&B. That's Young Miami there sitting on Diddy's lap when he was a free man. Okay. And because Young Miami, she was getting her records played, Diddy was helping her with her music career, Cassie felt that Diddy should have been doing for Cassie what he was doing for Young Miami. Okay. So in my opinion, she was the catalyst for why Cassie went rogue against Diddy. Okay. She was the reason why Cassie went rogue against Diddy. And you can look this up. There's a direct connection. Right? That when Young Miami started getting presented in public with Diddy, that's when Cassie went rogue and started coming out with the allegations. There's Diddy with Young Miami right there. So this is just an opinion. You can go back and trace it back, but that's the original connection. And she also was a part of a group called City Girls, if I'm not mistaken. City Girls, with another young woman who just released a record, and her record is just as scandalous as the other one. But her original group was City Girls. All right. And that's why when you have the City Boys, all right, people are connected. City Boys versus City Girls. City Girls up 100. City Girls down 100. City Boys up 1,000. City Girls down 1,000. So Young Miami has been a part of the goofy skeezer lexicon for a long time. And it was just a matter of time before she had the breakthrough, right? And the breakthrough comes with Diddy being in prison and so forth and so on. All right, you guys understand it. Everybody got it. White people, you got it? You understand? For the white people in the back of the room, are you putting two and two together? So this is why this song and the woman did not just come out of nowhere. This is not a coincidence. This is not her first hit record. This is not just a woman who. This woman is connected in the industry for a long time. She also is the woman who says she doesn't mind getting golden showers and tingled on and pissed on. Okay. Why is this important? Well, it's important to me. We'll go ahead and show that one right here. Golden showers. And we're presuming that she was talking about taking golden showers from Diddy. I'm just going to make an assumption, but this is Carisha here. Let me see if we can right here. Young Miami, Carisha, City Girls. These are all the same people. She got more nicknames than CGA, but this is Young Miami right here talking to Trina, which oddly enough, all right, but Trina.
Oh, I picked this one.
Oh, Lord. What is it?
I can't say it.
You got to.
It says take a shower. If you like golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
Now, this is before the Diddy thing came up and we found out how debaucherous Diddy had been with Daphne Joy and Cassie. But this is Young Miami saying she liked to get pissed on like R. Kelly. And look at Trina. She's a debaucherous woman as well. And she's acting surprised. She's like, piss that gonorrhea on me, allegedly.
You do? Week. Freak of the week. Huh? So you say take a shot. You not take. You say take a shot. Oh, we need a shot.
I take a shot.
You like go to shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just do something.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, one more thing. I need something a little. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
Lies. All right, come on, Trina.
Silence, you fool.
Trina. And why is this woman's ass all in the screen here? All right. Nice one, too. But Trina, hold up for a second. Trina. Really? Trina. Trina, I never had one. All right. Stop the cap. By the way, has anybody ever given a woman a golden shower? Press 1 in the chat if you've ever given a woman a golden shower. If you've ever been on that side of the R. Kelly game, press 1 in the chat if you legitimately have been a part of that. All right. I can honestly say I have done it. All right. So I don't know if that makes me. But yes, I have given golden showers based on requests. All right. I didn't force a woman to do it. She wanted it. She asked for it. So I gave it to her, you know. All right. Like, who am I to say, no, I'm not going to piss on you if that's what gets in. If that's what you want. Let's go. I'm into doing some shit like that. So anyway. Yes, always do it in the shower. Do not do it outside the shower. It's just not worth the cleanup effort and tinkling on your carpets. All right. But yes, there are some women that like to guzzle piss. But that's neither here nor there. All right. But that's neither here nor there. I say whatever you want. Girl, you know I can provide whatever you need. Whatever you need. All right. Anyway, that's the girl we're talking about. City girls. All right. So when this comes up with the scam DAT or spin DAT, this is not out of the ordinary when it comes to this particular recording artist. Okay, so this did not come out of left field, which means in effect, the black community had plenty of time to check this at the door. They had plenty of time to come up here and talk about Young Miami and what she represents. They had plenty of time during the early Fed investigation of Diddy to call Young Miami out on her bull and her debauchery. They had plenty of time to check her at the door when she was telling Trina she liked to get tinkled on and pissed. They had plenty of time. But what the black community loves to do is wait for the last damn second and talk about how a song is going to cause all kind of degeneracy. How a song is going to cause all kind of degeneracy. And this is what disgusts me about this controversy. The black community acts like we haven't been listening to shit like this since forever. Okay, which is crazy. Now, the song is a hit song. Now they want to come out when Young Miami has a hit, a solo hit. But they're going to come up now and tell you how music is dangerous, it's of the devil, and blah, blah, blah. When we've been listening to, hey, who wants some punani? We've been listening to the 2 Live Crew. We've been listening to AMG and DJ Quick talking about Sweet Black Punani and Bitch Better Have My Money. Y'all been listening to all kind of 8-Ball and MJG talking about pimp this and pimp that, pimp C this, pimp C that. All right, Pimpin' and Die is just on the internet. You guys have been listening to, we listen to Don't Matter, Just Don't Bite It. It's the world's biggest Don't Matter, Just Don't Bite It. She swallowed it, get it all, baby. Now one night I was at a drive-in when a car full of niggas straight drove in. I thought they was one of the dark trouble, but no, every 5 in a bucket with the neighborhood hoe. Now what you would expect, you gonna dog her like a doggy. 30 minutes later and the windows were foggy. And look, bro, stop the bullshit. We've been listening to Too Short, which I just saw this weekend, hanging out in Las Vegas. I was at a very nice bar on the 66th floor. If you know, you know. And Todd Shaw, Too Short, was in there running his motherfucking mouthpiece. All right. I saw Too Short in a bar, in a nice lounge, mouthpiecing women, leaving with no hose. But that's neither here nor there. it was an off night for even the short dog. But we grew up listening to Too Short and cuss words. Your favorite word, biatch. Y'all act like, he said, you act like there hasn't been debaucherous music on a yearly basis with this hip hop and rap stuff. And I've been saying, people say the CIA propaganda. I say black hip hop has caused more death and decay in the black community than anything combined. Now, there are people are going to be like, this is not true. This is not true. All right. But yeah, it's definitely going to be psyops propaganda time when it comes to hip hop. The stuff we've listened to has caused us very, very much detriment. And I dare I say it's caused almost all of us to be degenerates, to be all of us are degenerates based on our sexual orientation and initiation into sex through hip hop. Let's just be real. Yeah, the freaks of the industry. Let's be real. This song is ridiculous. I'm going to say it. The song is ridiculous. But is it really that bad compared to? Is this the end? This is the last straw. It's been the last straw. Well, let me just go ahead and show you something. When I was in Aruba, this is the first time I heard the song when I went to Aruba. Now, don't ask me and tell me that the song had been out. I don't know when the song came out. But this is me on a party bus in Aruba. You see me right there. I'm on a party bus, and there was a lot of strags. All right, there's a bull dagger couple right there. You see, no, actually, that's not the party bus. That's actually the nightclub. All right, but let me see if I can find the actual bus. When I first heard a particular song, and I heard it, and I was shocked. Let's just say I was surprised at what I was listening to. I was like, oh, that's interesting. All right, so this is the party bus. Okay, and they were playing the songs. Oh, what's going on with my phone? On the bus, what's going on with my phone? I should have just downloaded the video here. All right, so that's when I heard the song Spin That. And there was a bunch of strags on the bus. Let me see if I can find a screenshot of that. Okay, there was a whole bunch of strags on the bus singing it. Okay, so here's a video of it right here. Oh, shit, you can't see the video, God damn it. All right, so you see that right there. They slapping. All right, so there's a big one right there. All right, there's some niggas. So I'm on the bus, and they start doing the scamming that niggas back. And I was like, what kind of song is this? I was like, that's crazy. And I didn't want to look out of touch. So I didn't want to say, when did this song come out? All right, but when was that trip? That was in June 11th is when I heard the song, June 11th. But I was like, what kind of nigga song is this? Now, you ever see the meme? Let me see this meme here. Okay. You ever see the meme where they have like a person looking into the screen of a phone, or that's what they're looking at? And then the person says, when my daughter asked me for $200 for an emergency, and then they check their Instagram story. Let me see if I can pull this up. When my daughter asked for $200 emergency. It's a funny ass meme because, this is how women be playing, y'all. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, this shit is funny. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see. All right, damn, my internet really bugging. Okay, here we go right here. Let's pull this up. I think this is the meme here. So people use this audio on the meme. So that's the meme. That's the meme. It says, my dad watching my story after sending me $2,000 for an emergency, then FaceTiming me. Yeah, that we're gonna talk about the cost of women and how they always need money. But I love this meme, man, because the funny thing is that's how women work, bro. It don't matter if they from Philippines or America or whatever, bro. That's how they use you. I need an emergency. My buffalo is dying. Thailand. All right, in the Philippines, they need a medical emergency. Their father is dying. In South America, you know what I mean? They about to get rent. They about to get kicked out of their apartment. Okay, later that night, this is what they doing. And so I always tell people, you know, especially young men, you guys get frustrated about how women always did the sprinklers break out during the game, or it's a hydration break? Okay. So how women always trying to play men for money, like they're trying to play men for money. Dude, they play everybody for money. Their cousins, their sisters, their grandma, their dad, niggas they dating, sugar daddies. Dude, I'm just letting you know, man. This is why I never believe a woman when she in a bind. All right. They're not in a bind. They just playing you for a little bit of money, and they go into 10 people. Whatever they ask you for, yep, they play each other. They play each other. They be like, I'm late on rent, and then their friend will give them half the rent that I gave that girl for as a sugar daddy. My sugar baby will give her strag friend half the rent, and then the girl never plays her back. Played her. And men are always worried about women playing them. Women play everybody. Everybody, doctors, psychologists, they play everybody. So we always tell you as men, do not take it personal when a woman's trying to play you. They play everybody. Okay, I know I'm not trying to soothe your insecurities and the fact that you paid $150 for a date. They're always gonna play you. If you have daughters and nieces and cousins, they always gonna have some bullshit going on. And the reason I'm playing this one, and it looks like it's messed up, is because when I was on that bus and they were singing the Scamming Niggas, that's what it sounded like when the women were singing Scamming Niggas on the bus. And I was like, this is a meme. Okay. I was like, this is totally a meme. And I wish I had the video. Let me see if I can pull the video up. All right. I was like, this is totally a fucking meme. So that's what those girls sound like singing Scamming ass niggas. Let me see if I can play it. Okay, so here we go. I got the video of me. I recorded them, and I was like, this is a fucking meme. All right, so here we go. Let me see if I have the volume. All right, so that's not the song, but that song had been played. But those girls in the back of the bus have been doing that the whole night. And I was like, this is a fucking meme. And you can't really see it because it's blocked out, but it's a bunch of young black girls, all right, on the bus in Aruba. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm living a damn meme. And guess what? Somebody's father, uncle, cousin, them paid for them girls to go to Aruba to do that shit. To do that. I know it's hard to see because I guess I got it on the green screen. It's been acting up actually today. It just started doing that. Never had that done before. But when I heard that Scamming song that day on that bus, I was like, this is a weird ass song, but I didn't think it was going to cause this much controversy until I got back in town and people started talking about the Scamming song. White folks, I can't play the song, as you guys know, but I'll read the lyrics, maybe in a poetic way. Let me see if I can read the lyrics on Scamming Ass Nookas. All right. So the chorus goes, where all my scamming ass Nookas at? Spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, go in that go yard bag. Boost them bitches where y'all at. Stuffing that shit in your bag just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that go yard bag. Spin that shit, spin that shit, spin that shit, spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit, spin that shit, spin that shit. Nigga, spin that shit. All right, so that's the chorus. For people who want to know the lingo about this song, scamming niggas. All right. So scamming guys are not necessarily gangsters. Scamming guys do a variety of things. They skim people's credit cards and they'll have 100 cars. Normally a woman is involved in this scamming. So a guy will commit crimes through scamming. They will get people's credit card numbers and shit like that. Maybe they'll have a girlfriend that works at the store, or they'll have a girlfriend that goes on dates with guys. They'll go in your wallet. Maybe they have the girl that works, on a call center, and then you are telling them how to input your bill, and she's taking your credit card down and your number, all right, your little security number and your expiration date. And they go back to their boyfriend, and the boyfriend scams everything. They get the cards. All right, USA on the board. All right, so my score prediction is wrong. All right, so we're tied up. So girls are involved with scammers. All right, they steal shit and they resell it on the hot market, on the black market. And the girlfriends, actually, there was a meme. Let me see here. Scammers, 9-to-5ers, whatnot. So there was street interviews from a lot of strags, and they were saying, do you want a scammer, a 9-to-5er, or a thug? I can't remember what it was. Street interview. Now, let me see if scammer, drug dealer, or 9-to-5. Scammer, drug dealer, or 9-to-5. I believe that's what it was. And they were doing street interviews asking strags, which type of man do you want? And the women were saying in the video that they would prefer the scammer. All right. And the reason why they would prefer the scammer is probably he's least likely to get caught and get serving 25 to 30 years. A 9-to-5er is what they said didn't have enough free time for them in the middle of the day or to plan and go on trips. So the women in the video said they liked the scammers. Now, this was a popular interview. Here we go right here. We got an example of this real quick. Let's see if we can show this. This is in Miami. So this is in 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Y'all come in. That's fine. I am here. The cameras are here. Turn to the camera. I am here with
Karen, JoJo, Chris.
All these girls think they're 10s, by the way. All right. All these girls think they're 10s and hot. And you can see there's a lot of big, fat, chunky stomachs in there, but all of them are 10s.
See.
Damn, Belgium scored already? Holy mackerel.
Steph, Grace, Maris, Lolo.
where y'all from?
New York.
Puerto Rican and Dominican skeezers. Washington Heights. They said New York City. All right. But this is definitely some single mom Puerto Ricans and Dominicanas. Let's continue.
Hey, bing bong. All right. So in what order would you?
By the way, Belgium scored on the cross exactly how I told you. All right. Cross it to the middle of the net.
Prefer dating someone like a scammer, a drug dealer, or a regular 9-to-5 guy?
I think we all have the same answer, and we like a 9-to-5 with a little bit of scammer on the side.
All right. And then one girl walks away. Look at all these fupas and bad build. Oh, my goodness. I mean, a lot of niggas going to think these girls are thick. I don't understand. These girls are out of shape. All right. But as you can see here, all right, look at all these pot bellies going on here. All these bellies tucked in pants. Look at all these women with their bellies tucked in their pants. Like, stop the cap. All right, that's a lot of stomach tucked in pants. All right, a lot of soggy woggies going on here. But she said 9-to-5er with a touch of scammer. Okay, so they're saying still the scammer is in play. In fact, women love scammers. All right, we got a goal coming up here from the USA. We got a cross, and it's blocked. Okay. So, but that's a black man's dream. Black man dream in here. All right, low-hanging fruit ass, scammer ass, nigga girlfriend ass bodies. All right, somebody called them grenades. Grenades, bunch of grenades in here, bro. Now, these ain't good. These ain't bad girls to lay down with, but these girls think they're 10s. All right, I deserve to be treated like a princess. Okay, so they're all asking for scammers, but the 9-to-5er got to have a hint of scammers. And this was 4 years ago, a very popular meme. Interview where women were choosing a scammer. So for white people listening, a scammer, that's what a scammer ass nigga. He's probably gonna drive a SRT, Scammers typically drive SRTs, any type of SRT, in a busted one too. All right, loud, obnoxious type ish. You know, they don't carry the weight on them. But those are scammers. So that's where that scamming ass nooka comes from in the song. Hellcats, yes, Hellcats, Dodge Chargers, Dodge Challengers, these type of things, you know, Niggy mobiles that they all get repoed at some particular point. Hellcats and all of that. So this is what scammers particularly look like. Now, boosting bitches. For the people that don't know much about ghetto lingo, boosting is someone who shoplifts. Typically a woman, all right? Women are known for boosting. What is boosting? Boosting is, you could do boosting of several ways. Or one popular way to do boosting is to go into the changing room with all of the clothes you plan on stealing and putting them on and leaving with clothes over your clothes over the clothes. So you go in the changing room and you put 3 pair of jeans on, 5 shirts, and then you put your baggy shit back on what you walked in with the store and you dip. All right, that's a common boosting technique. Then when you get home, you tell everybody what you got. All right, you call everybody up and you tell them, you know, we got people, typically women would boost to get school supplies. So first day of school shopping's coming up. Women start boosting. And then they go tell everybody we got school clothes, and she holds a school clothing sale in her trap house apartment or in the car trunk of a Charger or a Hellcat. All right. Now, not saying that I don't know women like this or I've had family members like this. I know, and I've seen this go on. All right. I've seen a lot of things go on living in the suburbs and going to visit people that I know in the city. All right. Women have been doing boosting for a long time. I've known people that I've known for 40 years that have been boosting. All right. They might still boost. Another thing that they'll do to boost is they'll have a big bag. This is why some stores tell you cannot carry a large bag into the store, because they'll go in with a large bag and they'll steal all the clothing. All right. And as much clothing as they can fit in the bag. All right. And so in the lyrics, she's identifying these 2 niggatry suspects, although Mexicans and white people can be involved in this activity too. But she says, boosting bitches, where y'all at, stuffing that shit in y'all bag. Okay. Stuffing that shit in your bag. So that's who she's identifying. And this is like saying, okay, all right, put your hands up. You say, where all the ladies with the credit card, you know, all you the MC call out. All the chicken heads, be quiet. All the chicken heads, be quiet. You know, this is like the call out. All right, where the dudes with the money, where the dudes with the cars, where the dudes with the Gucci's, you know, where the dudes with the Rolex, you know, it's like the call out. And she's calling out all the single ladies, put your hands up. Like, this is just an MC call out. This is an old school technique that MCs use to call out people so you can identify and go, hey, I'm a scammer. Where my scamming ass nooka's back, right? I'm right here. Flipping that money fast, me. Where my boosting all bitches at? That's me. I'm a boost. Flipping y'all go, y'all bag. Yeah, that's me. Spin that shit. So this is a basic MC call out. The lyrics that she's singing, nobody really cares about. Probably some regular bullshit that we didn't heard before. Now, the black community is irate about this, right? As if this has not been something that's been going on in music since forever. Now, you know, Gen X has grown up and we find this despicable because we have kids and we think it's shitty. But yes, we grew up on Todd Shaw and Ain't Banks and E40, and let's just stop it here. But singer India Irie, who is one of these earthy, neo-soul, regular black women, biggity black. You see India Irie is pictured here in her African-colored garb. She was the first mainstream person to call this out. She was the first mainstream person to call this out. And it says, singer India Irie criticizes Young Miami's Spin That song, saying it's toxic to black culture. Give me a second. It's toxic to black culture. Now, forgive me for a second, ladies and gentlemen, for not being part of this debate. Right. I don't care about the black community. I can give a fuck less. And this actually proves why. This whole debate proves why I'm not in this black community bullshit. All right. Why I don't try to, when y'all had Andrew Wilson, at least he's trying to provide examples of how to fix the black community. And y'all heard from Andrew Wilson Farrakhan. All right. Wilson X. Y'all was in there. At least Coach didn't even provide solutions about the black community. And this is why. And I said this for a long time as to the reason why the black community will never be fixed is because generation differences. You have generation differences to where all of the generations aren't going to be on the same programming. You're going to have boomers and Gen X pretty much on one side, millennials and Gen Z on the other side. So while the Gen X and the boomers are trying to fix the bullshit, trying to remind you of the civil rights movement and what Dr. King fought for, and he had a dream, and why Rosa Parks sat on the front of that bus and got kicked the fuck off. While the black community, Gen Xers, the older people, so-called elders, are going to be campaigning to everybody put your differences aside. Let's stop the violence. Blood and cripping, you need a whipping. While they're trying to do that, the what do you call it? The young millennials or the zennials are not going to be on that time. They're not like, look, bro, you had your time. Don't try to ruin our fun. And the generational differences is going to trump any efforts put together to fix the so-called black community. The Gen Z are not reading books. They don't got time to understand the past. Most of the millennials and Gen Z are going to be they're going to be having parties and interracial dating and trying to go on vacation. And then the old Xers and the boomers are going to try to slow everybody down. All right. And I said this for a long time. You're not going to fix the black community just on the generational differences alone, especially because the Generation X and the boomers are going to seem out of touch with what's going on. They're going to seem out of touch. So I just showed you a bunch of women on a bus dancing to Scam That or Spin That, where I'm a Gen Xer listening to it like, wow. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting that this is a song. But, I said, I guess people have openly accepted it, not knowing that it was a pretty new release. But the women seem to have known the lyrics. Now, India Irie called it out. And she says right here, this is evidence that not everybody wants the same kind of freedom she hoped for. She says everything you listen to and see or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. That's black people as y'all. This is on Thread. She clarified that she is not calling for a boycott, as everyone is free to make their own choices. Her focus on cultural authenticity allows her to stay grounded in her truth. Okay, I'm reading all that. Okay, now, me, in terms of the monetized dating marketplace, this is what I've been calling about the monetized dating marketplace. The generational differences of people understanding how women date who are young versus how women date who are older. And this song highlights the monetized dating, how women view access to money, right? Especially women of a certain type, and particularly black women. But not just black women, we have all kind of women who are openly monetized dating, where people are calling it the prostitution era. And I'm saying this is just how Gen Z dates. Okay. They don't think they're prostitutes or escorts. They're just like, hey, I'm just dating scammers and boosters. And part of that is also sugar daddy and the sugar baby. And they don't see it as how we see it, because they don't have a past. We have a past. We've seen the 90s. They haven't. So they don't see it as they're working girls. Although they might call it sex work, they see it as how they date. And I'm like, guys, that's what you're dealing with. That's how you're dealing with this. And same as this. They don't see nothing wrong with this song. And not only that, they're playing it in front of children. Now, oddly enough, Young Miami herself said she doesn't want her daughter listening to this type of music. But this is nothing new. Cardi B did the same thing. We've seen other rappers tell y'all niggas to be drug dealers and shit like that, only to have kids go through college, okay, and discourage their kids from being rappers. T.I., Ice Cube, up and down the line, Young Jeezy. There's various examples of this. Jay-Z, all right, where they told y'all to be this and that, and then boom, their kids are getting regular college education. Snoop. All right. Young Jeezy was famous for that, talking about how he wanted his kid to go to college and be a doctor and shit. Cardi B said her kid doesn't listen to WAP. but everybody else's kid listens to WAP. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing new for Young Miami to say she doesn't want her daughter involved in this. When WAP, Wet Ass Punani was out, Cardi B has a famous video of her trying to turn the music off when her daughter was in the room. Right, so that's what we see here. We had Kanye West discouraging Kim Kardashian from getting Northwest into music, but Northwest is now with the mom, and she's going to get into music where Kanye was discouraging it. So this is nothing new. None of this is anything new. Now, for the white people, India Arie, just so you can get some background here. India Arie's famous songs. Actually, she has one song that I really love from her. I'm not a big India Arie fan, but there's a song that I love called Get It Together. All right, it's on, I believe, her second album. Wonderful song. Get It Together. But her breakout song was called Video Girl. And it was basically a song getting women to be more natural. Okay. And this preceded the BBL Kim Kardashian manufactured woman version of women you see today. Now, every woman looks like Kim Kardashian. Like, right. Everyone is trying to look like Kim Kardashian. They got the same goofy lips. They got the same contouring nose, especially if they're mulatto to all the way, I call them racially ambiguous women. They all look like Kim Kardashian. Now, if they're black, they don't look like Kim Kardashian too much. But every woman who's Middle Eastern, Latina, all the way to mulatto, look like Kim Kardashian. Right? Same face, same resting bitch face, same duck lips, same nose contour, same makeup, same hair. Okay. They all look like Kim Kardashian or a version of it. They all got the same face. But before that, there were video vixens. All right. Before that, there were video vixens. And video vixens are what some women aspire to be. Before we had the monetized dating women, before we had the escort hooker culture, we had video vixens. Before we had Kim Kardashian, we had video vixens. And video vixens were what the strags wanted to be. All right. You can name some video vixens. The girls in Vibrant Thing, any girl with the apple bottom jeans, boot with the fur. Women wanted to be video vixens before they wanted to be Kim Kardashian. Now, in the middle of that, there was the video girl statement by India Arie. And I'm going to have to read the lyrics here, but I'm just going to show this so we can get an idea who India Arie is. All right. And why she's speaking out against this. All right. There's India Arie right here. Essence Festival shit, incense, and this type of shit. So you see her right here, more dressed, more, I guess you would say, I don't know. But people will call this some sort of Ghana African garb, but you can see here, she's got a head wrap here. She doesn't have, she has a midriff here showing, but typically she's more dressed in more earthy tones, natural hair and shit like this, a little bandana or whatever like this. So at the time of the video vixen, in between Kim Kardashian, the manufactured look BBL breast implants, where everybody can go to Mexico or Dominican Republic and get cut up, India Arie had a song called Video. Let me see if I can pull up the damn lyrics here. And let's see here. She says, I'm not your average girl from the radio. I'm sorry. I'm not your average girl from your video. Oh, let me get the whole fucking lyrics. All right. She says, sometimes I've shaved my legs. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depends on how the wind blows. I might even paint my toes. It just really depends on whatever feels good in my soul. I'm not your average girl in your video. I ain't built like a supermodel, but I've learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. All right. You see the mindset that she's coming with here. Then she says, I'm not your average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I wear, I will always be the India Arie. All right. So you can see what's going on here. She says, when I look in the mirror, when I look in the mirror, the only one there is me. Every freckle on my face is what it's supposed to be or where it's supposed to be. Yeah. And I know my creator didn't make no mistakes on me. My feet, My feet, thighs, my lips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see. Then she says, I'm not your average girl from the video. I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not your average girl from the video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter where I wear, I will always be the India Irie. All right, anyway. So you see why India Irie comes out. Because her whole imagery has always been anti-whore and skeezer. Anti-whore skeezer. From the beginning. I mean, this is not a surprise. Anti-whore and skeezer. Right? On that earthy shit. Now, the thing is, a lot of women went for that. A lot of these Essen Festival old skeezers, smoking weed and burning incense and sage, Erykah Badu bitches, witches, witch covens. All right. They start studying this and going into their studying their mathematics and studying the quasars and the moons and the stars, buying crystals, rubbing crystals and lamps. All right, anyway. So that's what happened, and that's why India Irie is speaking out about this particular issue. And guess what happened? The black community said, shut the fuck up, India Irie.
Shut your bitch ass up.
And this is why I will not in any way make an effort to try to fix the black community. Right here, this is all I need to see. Now, I already seen this play out many times. But this is further confirmation as to why I'll never help the black community. I'll never provide a suggestion. I'll never open my motherfucking mouth. I'll never say anything. I'll never criticize this and criticize that. I'll just say move the fuck out and get away from these people because they deserve what they get. All right. This is why I've been saying the community is dead. It's done. It's cooked. It's baked. Nigga, it's grilled. It's sauteed. Nigga, it's filleted. It's grilled. I'm not. Leave me alone with this shit, because the minute someone speaks out, they get cooked. They get absolutely cooked and grilled. All right. And here's a video right here I'm going to play for you. Here's a video I'm going to play for you real quick. Let me see if I can get a good video on this one right here. Maybe that won't get copywritten. They all showing me the YouTube versions of this. Is this a YouTube version? All right, and so let me see if I can get to the Trick Daddy here. Rapper Trick Daddy responds to India Irie after she further doubles down and clarifies what she said. This is Trick Daddy right here.
If that's what you want to do.
I deleted the last live, but I had some more. Shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the world, not just the country. The hottest record in the world. They singing this. China, Russia, Ethiopia got. Shout out to Young Miami, one of the baddest, finest little shit in the game right now. You bad body old, not one giving how you feel about this young girl and her song. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive that's in her bag right now. You talked about her bag when she put out certain singles. You talked about her over and over again with situations with who the nigga she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad breath smell. I know you. I know you mad. I know you hoes is mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking these clubs each and every night, these appearances, these hosts. She dropping her hottest single out there. Young Miami, you better not let these old raglan deter nothing you trying to do. That's why I don't old bitch. That's why I would not want you old bitch to gain to pass you by. You still stuck in the mother in the 60s. I don't want no old gray hairs on the. Let me explain something.
All right. Okay. All right. So he goes on, as you can see, he's going on the attack of old skeezers. India Irie, she came correct with it. She tried to speak out and help the nigga community, but guess what? Like I always tell you, bro, I'm not helping the nigga community, man. Y'all deserve what y'all get. Leave me. I always said this. Leave me out of the conversation until y'all start marching or tearing shit up or are burning shit down, all right, and y'all got everybody subdued and tied up, all right, then you can call me in and then I can read everybody the riot act. All right, but until then, nah, this ain't Attica, bro. I'm good. Stay over there. And I've been here watching this black community deal with these issues for 45 years. I'm 50 years old. I've been hearing this shit about y'all going to fix the shit and y'all never do. And simply because I've determined it's a generational gap. I've seen generations enjoy the good years, their young years, and then when they get older, then they want to get holier than thou when they find Jesus Christ in the Latter-day Saints. Now they want to say what young people can and can't do. And I'm like, well, it's going to be hard to tell the gangsters, the scammers, and the drug dealers to put it down, especially, as Angry Man said, you know, not giving them options. All right. You're not telling them what else to do. You're telling them to go to church and abstain from sex. Well, whatever. All right, I'm good. All right, you're telling them to show up to the protest. Oh, they're going to show up. All right. They're going to start stealing shit and breaking in the windows. And then what happens is the Gen X will say, well, we didn't start breaking in and rioting. We came to peaceful protests. Remember when that shit was going on during COVID, the summer of love? And then every time them niggas will show up, the black community shows up. They show up, start out during the day peacefully protesting. Then by nighttime, somebody kicks in the fucking door to Foot Locker. And then you see niggas and Mexicans just running out. And then the black people will get up there. It was mostly peaceful. Now, we didn't show up to break in shit. We didn't start it. It was the CIA. It was the New World Order. They started blaming people saying, well, it was a mostly peaceful protest. And I'm like, guys, you know what's going to happen. You're going to show up to protest. The young Nuck and Pojo them, shout out to Secretary Entertainer, they're going to start stealing when it gets nighttime. Like, we get it, bro. Like, I know you were peacefully protesting for the first 6 hours out there like you ain't got no job. I get it. But you know your cousin and them and your son and them, they going to come in. They're 16 to 19. They going to start breaking shit. Like, it's pretty much packed into the protest. Okay. So then they show up. How this happened? And we didn't do it. Check the police department. Who left the pallet of bricks? We saw the pallet of bricks, but we didn't think the young niggas was going to use it. And the Mexicans. We didn't think they was going to set shit on fire. Well, they're going to set shit on fire at the next protest. Well, we were mostly peaceful. So this is why I say leave me out of the conversation. I'm not in this shit. I'm not in it. Leave me alone. Save your shit for somebody else. Now, you see the divide going on here, and it's pretty tragic. In my opinion, I believe that the Young Miami song is disgraceful. It's tasteless. It's tasteless. It's pretty whack. Unfortunately, it's going to appeal to kids. It's going to appeal to young people 100%. And just like young ignorant shit like Too Short music appealed to us too. I mean, young ignorant shit is going to appeal to us. Dipset and all of that crazy shit is going to appeal to younger people. Even as you grow up, you find yourself 30 and 40 listening to nigga shit, you know, Rick Ross and Future. You're listening to it. You're 40 and you're like, I shouldn't be listening to this, but you're going to listen to it. People are going to sell. And namely because the song, you be popping your fingers. All right. Niggas be popping their fingers and snapping. We listened to a song where we was talking about skeeting on women. Skeet, 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 skeet. To the window, to the wall. Till sweat drops down my balls. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. So we can't act like this is the worst of the worst. We can't act like this song is just the straw that breaks the camel's back. Although I will say it's just another one of these songs that's popular that I think is ridiculous, especially if young kids are listening to it, and they will be. All right. They're going to listen to it. Somebody says right here, I'm a Little John and the East Side Boys. Right on time. Right on time. We talked about, I've watched people of mature age go crazy when MJG and 8Ball, is that his name, comes on and they start rapping that pimping hoe shit. And these are educated niggas. Soon as it come on, they dark that rapping shit, you know, and you're just like, and I do it too. But somebody said WAP is way worse. I think WAP is way worse. And we also listen to What was the one? Milkshake. Milkshake brings Mama Boy. What was the other one? There was another one worse than Milkshake. No, I think it was Milkshake. No, that was another one. There was another one worse than Milkshake. I can't remember. Yeah, 2 Live Crew. I said that. Hey, we want some hey. Hey, we want some hey. I mean, come on. The whole Luke, Uncle Luke. Okay. Oh, that's the one. My neck, my back. It wasn't Milkshake. It was my neck, my back. Shout out to Will. My neck, my back, my punani, and my crack. I mean, stop. Spin That is nowhere near my neck and my back. I think WAP in my neck and my back got to be way worse than Spin That. Although Young Miami's song doesn't really talk about sex, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Young Miami's song tackles the degeneracy around committing crimes. So I guess that's why people are taking it personal. They're promoting this type of a guy that's preferred dating. We already determined that this is the preferred dating. Man, this is like Pookie. This is like a song about Pookie. So I guess people are offended of the drug or the indications of the young men committing crimes and then the women boosting and then also connecting that to desirable people as opposed to my neck, my back, and WAP are about sex. Okay, now let me play this. This is interesting. This is Young Miami's mama. All right, this is an interesting thing, just so you can see this and to drive the point home. This is Young Miami's mom right here. This is right here. The video was released on Instagram. I guess this is 4 days ago, but this event happened recently. This is Young Miami's mom. All right, getting out of where? Prison. Uh-oh. This is Young Miami's mom right here. So excited for my girls, Young Miami and Auntie Emma. Mommy, this is Young Miami waiting for her mom to get out of prison.
No question that Xavier.
Okay, there it is right there. That's her mama. Okay. Now, isn't this interesting? Somebody called her Old Miami, and she thick. You could tell she got that BBL too. And she's happy that her mom has recently got out of prison. All right, so it doesn't surprise you as to why her life has turned out. Young Miami's life has turned out the way it is. But I'm going to tell you something way worse than this. This drives it home. Apparently, according to Al Gore's internet, and people are saying that there's a slight miscorrection related to this, Young Miami's mother faced first-degree deletion charges after the death of Emily Robinson in 2009. The woman was hit by a car. Young, which is Young Miami, Young was driving as she fled from Macy's, where she had stolen several designer bags. In 2017, Young Miami's mother entered a guilty plea and received a life sentence of 5 years in prison, along with 10 years probation. She was granted early release in 2021. So it is, in fact, Young Miami's mom is a booster. She's the booster. She possibly is, which is interesting. Young Miami's talking about women stealing from stores, and the mom is in prison from stealing from stores. Well. Well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It is, in fact, the booster in the song connected to Young Miami's mammy, Auntie Emma. I mean, people are going to talk about conspiracies and psyopses and plants. New world order. But the mother is a scammer and a booster. And somebody corrected it, said that Young Miami's mom was not driving the car, but another man allegedly was driving the car. Let me think. Was it a scammer ass nigga? Was it a Dodge Challenger Scat Pack? So another man who was involved in the shoplifting, or another person driving the vehicle involved in the case, that ended up allegedly looking like, what did she get in there? Did she get first degree or did she get manslaughter? All right, they said she just had entered a guilty plea, but it sounds like manslaughter. So another man, more than likely, driving the getaway car was the scammer ass nigga. He was the scamming ass niggas and the mom was the boosting ass bitches. Wow. Now, what would you think if you were the person's family, Emily Robinson? What would you think if you were Emily Robinson's family? Listening to this NB talk about scammers and boosters, when in fact her mom and probably the nigga she was fucking with, mom was out there probably selling punani. All right, but that's neither here nor there. How would you feel if this woman's making, I smell a lawsuit. This woman's making millions of dollars off of this song. I know the Emily Robinson family is looking for their day in court. Now, I don't know if they'll win. Okay, but making a song about the alleged crime is crazy. And there's Young Miami's mammy right there. Okay, making a song about the mom's alleged crime after pleading guilty could be constitute, if they can put two and two together, if the mom was released, maybe if the mom is a co-writer on the song, or maybe she says the mom is an inspiration for her music career. She's profiting from crime potentially. What do you think about that? Let me do some super chats, and then I got the last little story that we're going to talk about here that I teased on this particular show. Damn. Shout out to our brother. It is DK, Free Agent Lifestyle in Seattle. 2016, I put my brothers and friends in a group chat. I said, we should put our money together, build credit, and buy a property. They said it wasn't the right time. I said, I need to move to a new city, and you bounced. You got up out of there. Got up out of Dodge. Got up out of Dodge. Okay. Got up out of Dodge. One thing I'm going to tell you, man, sadly enough, do not do business with people who are not ready to do business. You got to leave these people. Got to leave them. Leave them where they are. And certainly when you return, they're going to be right there. Donald P says, Coach, I'm a 47-year-old, twice divorced, black woman, mother, goose, who works at Home Depot, mom of two grown boys, says she wants love and exclusivity. Also, she says she's ready to be submissive. Your take. Yikes. One thing about black people, and me included, is we get our shit together way too late. I'm going to just let you guys know about this. We try to get our shit together way too late. Okay, this is why I find it funny that I'm a young older person, 50, right? I look healthy, and people think that I'm supposed to be doing what they're doing. Oh, Coach, you should be settled down, and you should have got that out your system, and you should be building a family. Skirt. Let me stop real quick. Okay, let me stop that shit in your tracks. Here's the thing. I already did that. See, I didn't live my life backwards, nigga. I lived it the right way. All right, I got a job. I had a career at 22. I was a Division I assistant coach at 23. I started a family at 26, engaged to be married, first kid at 28. All right, second kid at 30. Like, I did it the right way, nigga. Now all my kids are adult, and I built a family already. I gave it the gold college try, nigga. Now I'm out here free as a bird. I'm free as a bird. Like, while a lot of other black people are trying to get their shit together now. All right, they're 36, 35, 40, 42, 50. Now they trying to start families and settle down and find love and ready to submit. Wow, because you have to. They're turning their life back over to Jesus Christ. Like, bruh. Like, I don't get why y'all be like, are you supposed to be out here starting families? Like, I had a woman comment on my post, a post of me dating a young white girl, and it says, black men will do everything but start a family. I'm sorry. I done that. I did already. Like, what are you talking about? I started a family. I'm done. My kids are college age. But Same thing with black women. They're ready to settle down. They're looking for love and exclusivity after they done fucked around for 35 and 40 years. All right. Now they're ready to settle down. Black people just do things way ass backwards. They make their mistakes first. They try to live it out and do the opposite. Black people have been known to not assimilate. All right. And we describe this as my teachings about black people to understand them. Their whole thing is to rebel against the system. All right. They're seeing the rebels that rebel against the system and the status quo most of the time are the most celebrated blacks. All right. And if you think about it, this indicative. This comes from Bama culture. So if you think about the black migration, where you have that one video, the one video of the assimilated blacks worried about the Bamas moving in from Mississippi and Arkansas coming in and fucking it up. I played that video before. They were saying that these people they don't follow rules. They don't assimilate. They feel like they don't have to do what the white man does. And we still have that culture going on. We don't have to do what white people say. We don't have to do that. We can do it the other way. And they'll provide examples. CEOs don't dress up in 3-piece suits. And then the music will encourage it. The lifestyle, the culture will encourage this lack of assimilation. But then what'll happen is these niggas will go to prison. They'll be on child support. They'll get the negative effects of it. They won't all be rappers. They'll have a failed rapping pursuit career. Now these niggas going to be pastors and preachers. They'll turn their life over to the Lord. And then they'll end up wanting to get right with the Lord and the community and people. And they're 35, 40, 45, 50. And like, but they'll try to do it their way, and their way won't work. All right. This is because the system doesn't allow rebel niggas to thrive. They'll let a few slip through the cracks, but not all of y'all are going to just become Jay-Z. Not all of y'all are going to become Jay-Z. Let me play the video real quick on that one, and I'll check all the apps. Yeah, they'll try to be a CEO with dreads. They won't want to cut their hair and the nigga hair that they wear, and they'll want the corporation to enjoy the nigga hair that they wear. We like their nigga hair, you know? And then that's a point of rebelling and not assimilating. They won't change their names, and they feel like they don't want to assimilate. We should be able to do it our way because we were here, and we were victimized by whatever, stolen lands, slavery, and you took our culture, our religion, our God, and they'll want to do it their way. We shouldn't have to dress up. Okay, I could wear a shirt with a back power fist. I could wear a Colin Kaepernick. Any nigga that wears a Colin Kaepernick jersey is a rebellious nigga, right? These are non-assimilating Negroes. They'll assimilate only so much. They'll get a job at Amazon and then, go ahead and call people crackers and hunkies the rest of the day. And wear Colin Kaepernick jerseys when they get home because they tired of code switching. But that is the Negro community in a nutshell. They'll create fucking lingos. We're African American. We're fundamentally black associated, whatever that FBA shit stands for. They'll have niggas make that shit up and then fight over it. Right? Again, non-assimilating. De Niro Tranquilla says the black community is done. Black men, save yourself. SYSBM. Save yourself, black men. All right. Shout out to our brother here. Shout out to Mr. Answer Paul says, let the nigga shit begin. I'll catch the replay, coach. Angry Man dropped a hell of a bar regarding this. And I'll paraphrase, black people defend dysfunction and hate correction. Well, that's kind of what we were just talking about. They'll defend the dysfunction and won't be corrected until then, like 80 niggas got to die in the summer or Chicago. Then they'll be like, well, maybe the influence of, but it's too late. They'll defend the dysfunction as them being able to express themselves. NWA, I love them. What did they say? This is not gangster rap. We're not promoting gangster rap. We're actually doing what they call real rap. All right, we're doing reality rap. And so this is reality. So we're like the CNN of the streets. And we're reporting what's going on. A bitch is a bitch, all right? You're not reporting what's going on in the streets. You just said, all right, I'm a menace crook. I did so much dirt, I should be in the Guinness book of shit I took from people. I repo your vet, then jet back to the criminal set. I leave clue after clue, but they ain't catch me yet, because I'm slipping slippery. They can't get with me. Cops ain't shit to me. I can't dig a pig, so I drop a dog. All right. And sweat them like sweat dogs. All right, anyway. But in my mind, that's just defending the degeneracy for money. And in this case, Young Miami, Trick Daddy even said, hey, she got the hottest single for the summer. Why take that away from her? Don't take that away from her. Let her get her money. Again, defending the degeneracy, not wanting to be corrected. All right. And we just said it. There's a group of people that are just rebellious blacks that don't want to assimilate, and they're going to make their money by hook or by crook, and then they'll turn their life over to the Lord after being a porn star. It's just Mr. And by the way, that's Ice Cube from America's Most Wanted. That's not my lyrics. That's Ice Cube. But anyway, shout out to our brother, Mr. Hampson Paul says, as a black man, I always wanted to save the community, but I realize it's pointless. You're going to waste years. He says, when they promote any and everything destructive and tasteless, fuck the community, fuck the losers, fuck your uncle. It's free agent lifestyle for life. All right. One thing about you guys is you're gonna waste years. You're gonna waste years trying to fix the black community. Like, you're gonna be racking your brain and coming up with ideas that people have come up with already. All right. I told that nigga Andrew X or Wilson Farrakhan, I was like, everything you're telling me, Minister Farrakhan already came up with, and he couldn't save it. Malcolm X told y'all about the Democrats. He told you about the use of celebrities, of the community using celebrities all the time to solve the problems. When a person becomes a celebrity and they look like they beat the system, y'all want the celebrity to fall on the sword and shit. All right, now that you made it out, fall on the fucking sword. And so the celebrity makes it out, and then the nigga that y'all make him speak up on the black issue and lose their whole shit. Muhammad Ali lost his belt. He lost his championship in his prime with the prison on niggas. All right, Colin Kaepernick out of the NFL on niggas. Like, here's the thing. Let these celebrities rock out. Let them get out and escape the plantation. Don't let them come back. All right. Niggas be losing their life. Tupac dying, niggas shooting them in the street. Do not let these people put a battery in your back to fumble your bag. Kyrie Irving trying to speak out, talking about the U's, set that nigga down the whole season. Go sit down. Kanye West lost all his money and got it back, but he lost all his money trying to speak out. Okay, Jaylen Brown got traded. Get this nigga out of here. But what they'll do is say, we like dudes that speak out and put their career on the line. Meanwhile, you ain't going to pay their bills. And then they go what? They figure that out and they go sell out. So, yeah, bro, I'm not with the shits. All right. And I've always told people I'm not here to solve black community. Well, now you use your platform to help us out. Nope. No. All right. No, I'm not using my platform to help you niggas out. I'm not. I'll give you some solutions. And if you don't hear me, well, that's your ass. Your ass is grass. All right. But my community, my solution is get the hell out of the black community for real, bro. All right. I'm not about to have my shit all fucked up talking about the U's. Ian Williams says, salute to Hollywood CGA. Keep bossing up. Shout out to you. Thank you, sir. We have our brother here, Christian Cruz says, great live streams, free agent here, 32 with a passport. And DK says, my boss and cousin would have, he says, my boss and my cousin will have a ball with them 49ers. All right, you talking about those Puerto Rican Mexicans? Those Dominican Mexicans? All right, let me see them girls right here. Let me see them gals. Yes, indeed. I know there's some cesarean section scars and stretch marks under here. I can see the stretch marks on this one girl who got that Andre the Giant shit on. She got that singlet, the Big Show shirt on. Why these hoes be wearing the Big Show shirt? I'm not, ladies, the Big Show shirt is bad. But I can see the stretch marks on her titties right here. You know, there's some cesarean section scars in there too, and all kind of tiger marks. But she got the Big Show shit on. All right, ladies, that Big Show shit is whack, bruh. Yeah, the Big Show leotard. We got to do something about the Big Show leotard. Let me see here. Ladies, if you don't know who the Big Show is, we'll show you. Because they like, who is the Big Show, coach? All right, especially when they big. Well, it's the Big Show. This the Big Show shit. This the Big Show singlet. All right, or leotard. All right, I don't like the Big Show shirt. All right, shout out to the Big Show. Made it to the stream. The choke slam guy. All right, yeah, they be running around with that Big Show shit on. Well, it's the Big Show. Let me pull it up here. There it is. There she is with the Big Show. All right, I can't do it. Who scored? Who scored? Is it an own goal? All right, I caught it out the corner. Oh, USA looking like they're in trouble, gentlemen. Or is that the USA is in trouble. Oh man, somebody said the Mark Henry. All right, so anyway, USA's in trouble, man. They're on the ropes right now. It's time to rope a dope, USA. You need to come for the people watching the replay. It is now 3-1. They need to do the rope a dope. You got what? You got 30 minutes left. What happened? Was it a turnover? Oh, he kicked it over their head. Oh, the goalie came out. Oh, no. What? Oh, look at this. Oh, hell no. Okay, it's over. Oh, hell no. Look at the goal. What in the hell? How's somebody behind the goalie and the goalie playing the ball? All right, this is crazy. Look at this. Oh, and look, it's always a turnover in the backfield. All right, it's always a turnover in the backfield that's going to get you. And the dude tried to kick the ball and missed it. They looking like the goddamn Keystone Cops out here. The goalie way out of the goalie box playing the ball with his feet. And there's a dude behind the goalie. Like, what? Your rotation was messed up. All right. Anyway, shout out to everybody in football. He said, I've seen better play in youth soccer. Dude, if my youth soccer team did some shit like that, I would be irate. Because my daughter played goalie. All right. And she played defender. She played backfield. All right. She was a backfielder. All right. Back defenseman, if you will, in hockey. She was a fullback and a halfback ass and goalie. So what does that mean? She was not good with her feet. All right. So I was like, just play goalie. All right. The girls can't kick it that far. But if my daughter came way out the goalie box like that to get a ball that she can't pick up because it was played by another person's foot, man, I'll be pissed off, bro. I would be like, man, what? Oh, my Lord. AYSO tactics. For real, AYSO tactics. What type of miscommunication was this? All right. Oh, my Lord. Tragedy. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the goalie messed up on that one. Had a man on you? You had a man on you and you're playing the ball? Bruh. All right, listen, I don't know much about football and soccer. And then the dude didn't want to clear the ball. It was like he didn't want to clear it with a defender on him. Like, oh, you got it? No, I don't got it. Who got it? Okay, the first and defend. Who's the put? Stop. Yeah, they embarrassed right now. He's embarrassed. That was a bonehead play. That was a bonehead play on the world's biggest stage. No orange slices or juicy juice box. And no special snacks for you guys. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. We got our brother DK said my brothers have ball with them 49ers. They look like fun women, but you got to like C-section scars. You know, these women got mad kids. All right, this is what happens to women. And you know what? We should not diss women who are built like this. All right, because these are our mothers. You know what I mean? These are women that have brought, life into this life through their legs. Okay, here's another screw about a goalie. Okay, so they brought in life. So I don't like to criticize women who are shaped like this unless they think they're hot in tins, because these women have dropped kids in between from their legs. So shout out to them. And the women that don't want to look like that, they're going to eventually look like that anyway, but they're not going to look like they don't want to look like that because they don't want to have our babies. But for the women out here trying to get relationships from me and you're shaped like this, go sit down. All right, you're not getting a relationship. I'm just going to get the clap. You're going to get back shots. Then I'm going to give you the missionary. Then I'm going to bust. And then I'm going to say, thank you very much. It's time for you to go. This relationship is over. All right, don't ask me for nothing else. Don't ask me for another dinner date. You get Nathan after that. Don't ask me to take you out to the club. Don't ask me to take you out to Dre's after hours. All right. Don't ask for a monogamous relationship and then you go on a girl trip and you say you're a homebody. I'm just coming to clap cheeks and I'm out. No further commitment needed. Nothing else. Don't ask me for much. I'm just saying. JB says, I had a friend who I worked with for 3 months and he revealed to me that his wife is trans. What? He still identifies as a straight man. Had to cut him off. Men out here with that desperation. I trust no one. Okay, you got to describe this. So it's a trans woman who identifies as a straight man. The trans woman? I'm thoroughly confused. Uh-oh. Blocked. Okay, so is it a post-op or a pre-op trans? All right. Men are in bad shape out here. So it's a trans with a punani box. You know, one they got to put the little thing up and flump it up. Or is it like you can do it? You don't have to send a super chat. Just say it in the live chat. So the person knows this is a trans. So the one it got a ding-a-ling. You got a trans ding-a-lingy. I'm confused, man. That is mess. Either way. I'm just trying to confirm, like, how did he hide this? So shout out to you. He said I had to go, bro, on that one. But there's some weirdo niggas out here. That's why I always tell you dudes that say, oh, yes, the person knows. Okay. So this is where dudes be. This is why I tell the dudes, they be like, well, she got ass though. Dude, these guys will make an excuse to have intimacy with a dude that has ass. And you're seeing people encroach on this. Even those guys, Dean the Great. I hate to say his name is the Great. Dean the Great, or Dean the Great and Adrian Broner, they mess around with that. They'll be like, oh, it's kind of thick back there. Nah, bruh. No, I'm not doing this. Y'all's culture is weird. And black men, you guys have a culture of being buck broken, degenerate sexually. You've been exposed to things. Men have to sell their bodies. Women have had to sell their bodies to make it. You guys have a steep history of this over the last 400 years on this planet. Or well, not on this planet, 400 years in this hemisphere. Same as Caribbean men. Caribbean men have the same history. So you Puerto Ricans and you Black Caribbean Haitians and Dominican niggies, y'all just have a history of being your family members being exploited for sex. So much so it passes down through secret societies and shit like this, through black fraternities and so forth and so on. Okay. And what'll happen is you guys will end up making excuses as to why you'll do it. Same thing with prison systems. You guys have been prisoned for wrong reasons, mostly. And when you get in there and serve these unfair sentences, y'all be gay for the stay and come out gangsta and come out sachet Shantae, or y'all will make an excuse as to why it's okay because you serve a bid. Same thing as y'all Mexicans. Y'all seen that movie? What was that movie? American Me? American Me? Didn't they have a scene where the dude wanted, he got out of prison and he wanted his girlfriend's booty hole because he was in there? All right. Am not mistaken? I've seen the movie in a long time. I haven't seen American Me in a long time, but he wanted to get his girlfriend's booty hole because he had been in jail too much. Reading Rainbow niggas, you know, American Me. Okay. And then the girl was like, why you want that? Why don't you want the juicy part? And he was like, I've been in prison. I'm right? That was American Me. And then he would just take it from her, had her all over the bed. You gonna give me that? All right, listen. There's the goalie play. I'm watching the replay. Oh my Lord. Tragedy. Somebody said there was another movie, Blood In, Blood Out. I didn't see that. So he went in as a kid. He came out as a grown ass man, but he had a girlfriend or a wife, a hyena, and he was going for her Duke shoe. He was going for her Duke shoe because he wanted the Duke shoe. He ain't know nothing else. Disastrous. But the system has done y'all wrong here as people. So that's why I say these she got ass dough niggas, they halfway Sean, they Antoine. These niggas is Antoine. All right. Anyway, let me see if I got everybody, and then I'll do the last subject here. We're only going to do 2 hours. Y'all been victimized by the white Europeans, white devil slave master. Chris Mack says black women will never subject themselves to black men's authority. Never, ever. All right. No, name a group of black women that have ever submitted to black men. So this is not going to happen. And you can't fix the black community with like a submission to the black man. All right. Even though black men have done some crazy, wild things. All right. I'm not saying, but if the women are always going to be the source of the solution and they're never going to be in what you would call, they have to, be behind the black men, it's never going to happen. Sorry. That's a co-sponsorship. And so as a black male myself, I know that that's not going to happen. And I would dare to say no women in America submits behind black men. None. I mean, black men are lower on the hierarchy. Now, just because a woman has sex with you doesn't mean she submit to you. So a woman fetishizes you, a woman marries you of another race. That doesn't mean she submits to you. In fact, it is the reason why she marries you is because she's not submitting to the white man. It's not submitting to you. She refuses to submit to the white man. All right. But you are on equal to her. You're on par. And in many cases, no matter what race she is in America, she's ahead of you. And that's not all of us. I mean, that's not you personally, but she's ahead of you, even in marriage. So no group of women are in submission to black men. And really why there's no reason why they should. I mean, in theory, they should, but they shouldn't. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. My man said, I'm Uncle Raucus. Who is Uncle Raucus? Right. But yeah, I mean, they're never going to submit to black men's authority, meaning that black men, I would just say this. I would dare to say this. All great black movements have been either corrupted by black men messing with minor children or black women infiltrating the male space. Okay. Tough conversation, but black women infiltrating the male space has ruined whatever that movement was. And there is various things that we can talk about that has done this. BLM won, the Black Panther Party for socialist movement. Actually, it was for Black Panther Party for self-defense, but all right, but the Black Panther Party of self-defense was corrupted by women wanting to be and hold authority in offices in the Black Panthers. Okay, corrupted the whole thing. And then they had sex and degeneracy as a part of that. Martin Luther King's movement itself was corrupted by his need to have degenerate, debaucherous sex with women. All right. That was his whole thing. Like, we're going to go from state to state, ocean to ocean, having orgies and trains. Now, niggas going to say no, but this is the truth. They was trying to remove this nigga from his position. That's when Lyndon Johnson was like, nigga, I'm on your side, but damn, with the orgies, calm down. Okay. Allegedly, he was putting fisticuffs and paws all over a woman the night before he got shot. But that's just alleged. And messy Jesse ass Jackson was trying to even just take his place and say, we gonna step this nigga to the side so somebody else can take his seat. All right, but that's neither here nor there. All right. The Nation of Islam. I don't want to say much because they liable to shoot a nigga. All right, when he's standing on stage. But what happened? All right, one of the guys was allegedly fucking with 13 and 14-year-old girls, allegedly, and wifing them up. All right, but that's neither here nor there. People in here, you believe the white man? I believe what niggas be in debauchery shit. White people be too. Look, white people do it too. White men do it too. Just Jimmy Swaggart. All them niggas, man. When they get when men get in power, one thing that they're gonna do is they gonna fuck women. All right. Now I'm gonna just let you know. This is the sad reality. when men get money and power, the one thing they gonna do is they gonna put hands on hips. Okay. They gonna put hands on hips, hands on hips. They should put hands on hips. Women, they shouldn't put hands on hips. They gonna put hands on hips. All right. And they gonna dip, you dip, we dip. You get a man with some money. Somebody said it goes hand in hand. You give some man money and power, they gonna find women to put hands on hips and dip. Whether they a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, a black person, a white person, you give them power and influence over people, they gonna put penis in women. I hate to say this, YouTube, but this is what we gonna do. I don't care what they are. Well, they are a righteous person and they black and they are apostle of the, don't matter. Don't matter. David Koresh, bruh. David Koresh was like, yeah, I'm in power here. You know what? All y'all wives are mine. It goes with the territory. You know what? You guys are all following me. I'm the Lord Jesus Christ in the flesh. In 1991, guess what? Your wives belong to me. Like, do something about it. They believe I'm God. They're praying to me. I get to fuck your wives now. I mean, it ain't, you can't do nothing about this. It's gonna happen no matter how good of a man you're going. I mean, you're gonna be, I'm a good man though. I'm not gonna let money and power corrupt me to take sex with women. Yeah, okay. That nigga Mystical, bro. Mystical got all that money and he was out there graping women, making them pray before the grape. You gonna pray before I assault you. Like men are crazy wild with their fixation on sex. Sad, bro. Just outrageous. And then people be like, nah, that can't be true. That man, y'all will say that guy wouldn't do it. And then you be like, that would, yeah, P. Diddy is an example. Bill Cosby, Hugh Hefner. And then y'all get to Martin Luther King and you draw the line. He wouldn't do it. Why? Well, he was about the righteousness of his people and freeing them from the promised land or whatever it is. Those were accusations. He was loyal and faithful to Coretta Scott. Y'all believe in that shit, bro? Yeah, Epstein, Bill Clinton. Up and down the line. That one dude was about to be the president of France and threw it all away from some maid pussy. I mean, a hotel maid. He threw away the French presidency to fuck a maid in New York. And the women are like, see, it's not all our fault. Yes, I didn't say it was your fault, ladies. He was about to win the presidency of France. He was the leader coming in. And now y'all got Macron because of that. He was about to win. Like, he was a top contender. He was going to be literally the king. He was going to be Napoleon. He was about to be the president of France right here. Guess who he fucked? Y'all ain't going to believe this, bro. Guess whose punani he threw this away for? Right here, bro. Like, look, man. Look, man. A Dominican maid. This is why I don't trust no man, bro. I don't trust men. I'll never trust you niggas. He allegedly took, well, he admitted, he took punani from this woman and tried to dip and go back to France, and they arrested his monkey ass. And over this punani right here. This can't be, bro. We can't. Men, power corrupts. Wait, what does they say? Absolute power corrupts absolute. Men cannot be trusted. And we talk about women, men can't be trusted. This nigga threw his whole life away to get sex from this woman and then leave her there with a wet ass. Right? He tried to smash her and dip, and she was like, She was like, you can't smash me and dip. This is all alleged, by the way. But people think Macron actually sent that woman, the New World Order. But as he knows, he couldn't say it was a conspiracy. You know why? Because he had sex with her. Okay. He tried to say it was a conspiracy. All these people. And it was. They probably were trying to knock him out of the path. And they were trying to do things to get him out of there because he was going to beat Macron, more than likely. And then what happened was he wanted to say, oh, they set me up. Like Marion Barry. That bitch set me up. All right. When he holding the crack pipe. I can't believe that bitch set me up. He holding the crack pipe. Well, you can't say it was a setup if you fell for the okie doke. If you fell for the okie doke, you can't be out there with your pants around your ankles. Oh, this bitch set me up.
Gotcha, bitch.
Nigga trying to say I got set up. They were sitting the girls. They were sitting in motherfucker. What do they call them? Pussy traps to me. What's that they call it? Honey pots. They were sitting in honey pots to me trying to set me up. you got your deals nicked through the boxer hole. All right, you done finished her off. All right, she all skeeted on. Oh, y'all set me up. Yeah, bro. You fell for the okie doke. You fell for the okie doke. Now you're not the president of France. Why? Because you can't control your deals, Nick. All right, look at that. Oh, my Lord.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
You know? And now it's funny, I'm talking about him and all the pro-blacks aren't offended. But when I bring up Martin Luther King, y'all get mad. All right, Martin Luther King, look at this. You threw away the presidency of France. Oh, my Lord. Hey, not to say I wouldn't do it. For this, Poppy, she came in a hotel room to clean up and you took the pussy from her and tried to dip and she turned you in. Oh, hell nah, bruh. We can't with these people. Look at what men will do. Men ain't shit out here, bruh. Look at what men will do, man. Men will do the most raunchiest shit for access to free pussy. How much did this pussy cost? Was this free? Was this free? All right, it's free, coach. She just showed up and gave it to me. How much was it? It cost you the presidency of France. Disgraceful. Sometimes all pussy ain't good pussy. Shout out to Chris Mack says black women will never submit under black men's authority. Never. And never will. Okay, here's a quick one here. The cost of women, the true cost of women, which men don't realize. I'm going to give you some interesting facts. Why women aren't free and why men think they're free. And why they'll have random free intimacy or situations with women and they won't think it's for pay. And they'll talk about directly versus indirectly. Indirectly is fair, directly is foul. And I'm like, man, I don't know why y'all wrestle with this so much. And people really get offended when they're the ones who want to claim they get it for free. Like, not me. I never paid. And I'm like, stop. Well, the number one thing you have to understand is women are always going to lack money. It's not that they're broke. I mean, they are broke. Yeah, Kobe Bryant too, right? All right, so it's not that they're broke per se. They're always going to be broke. And one of the reasons why they're always broke is because they always see men as a way out. Government men, jobs, stuff like this, dates. They always see a man as a safety net. Where men, we don't have women as a safety net. In fact, guys that say their woman buys them stuff and takes care of them, mama's boy ass niggas, these Norman Bates guys, gigolos and men like this are not at a premium. I mean, they're not in great surplus. They're not. It's not a job. It's not an aspiration. There's not many gigolos. There's not many men that can survive just being a gigolo. There's a lot of women that can survive just selling sex. So you're a rare person. You're not the rule. You're a far exception to the rule. But women are always going to be broke, and not just because they see men as a safety net. It's because they are spenders. They're very less likely to save and be disciplined with their money. Now, sometimes they will be, but it's not the rule. It's the exception. And you might think of some women that are mated and boss babes, but think about women that are regular women. There's some women that are really down bad, sitting on a bus stop in front of a cheap motel. I mean, most women are down bad and they're somewhat invisible to the rest of the world. They're also invisible to women who make it out. All right. And I'm like, y'all say y'all women are making it, but there's some women out here in dire straits out here going crazy. Now, this is reason why. I'm going to give y'all some interesting stats here. about how women spend and why they're costly. Even when a woman says, well, I don't need all that. Just her breathing is costly. Let's see what the USA does here. And it looks like they cannot get it into the goal. Pause. But let me give you some interesting stats and data so you can know what you're dealing with as to no matter what woman you get, it's going to come at a great cost. So we talked about this earlier. Women directly drive or influence 83% of all consumer spending in the United States. 83%. They drive, make purchase, or influence the purchase of all consumer spending. 83%. The good old 80-20 rule. 83%. Just imagine how much control that they have over all dollars spent. This includes dating. This includes, and I'm going to get to it here because I got to go dive deeper into this. This includes dating. So men that say that I don't pay for dating, certainly if you put this in this figure, when you talk about going to restaurants, even if you go cheap on this, you typically are going to go to a restaurant you never would go to because that woman's there. Just because she's there, that's influencing. That's influencing the purchase. You're going to go to a movie. Let's go to a movie tonight. You're going to go to a movie. That's her influencing the purchase. Okay. You know what type of cars women like. You know they like scammer niggas, so you're going to go get an SRT. Buying houses. Men typically, single men don't buy houses because they're like, why do I need a house? Whereas single women, they see it as entry into a different class system. So they're going to buy the house being single. And then when they get married, they're going to say, okay, we're not going to live in my house. We're going to keep my house and rent it. And we're going to get a new house. Okay. Going to a bar, a nightclub. You guys know that there's women, they have the ladies' night. They don't have that anymore. But what do? They let ladies in free up until 10 o'clock. Then after 10 o'clock, all the women that got to come in there have to pay. What do the women do? They show up early and then they get drinks. Sometimes the club gives them drinks. Sometimes the bartender gives them drinks to nurse. One drink to nurse. Okay. After that, they let in the atmosphere girls. All right. Atmosphere girls are women who are somewhat paid or paid in drinks or whatever fucking thing they got at the club, amenities, and they're paid to be there, or they're paid. They're told to get in. They get them in the free, and then those girls get drinks from niggas that pop bottles. All right. So when a bottle start popping in the section, the club promoter sends those girls over for birdseed. Okay. And those girls get fed drinks. Now, dudes think the girls just go over there by themselves. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the club promoter sends them over there because when they come in, they pick them out of the line, or they have the atmosphere girls, the known girls, come in anytime you want. They'll pay them, or they'll send them over there to your section, go to their section, go entice them niggas, go get drinks. So this is how women get paid through, so they don't have to spend their own money. Now, other women don't know this is going on, so they go to the club too, thinking niggas going to buy them drinks too, but they regular hoes. All right, you're not buying a drink. And then soon as the bill comes, where those girls go? They skedaddle. All right, soon as it's time to sign the credit card statement, you're going to look around in your section, and it's crickets. Them girls are gone. All right, all the atmosphere is gone on with Pookie and the DJ and the club promoter to do orgies, and Diddy and any celebrity, Carmelo Anthony and all of them. So the reason why they do that, let's see what Belgium has, and nothing. The reason why they do this, and men, you can get mad at this. Okay, the reason why they do this is because if the club did not do this, it would be a cock fest in that club. Okay. If clubs did not engage in this particular thing, because y'all got rid of ladies' night because y'all said it was unfair that the women get to go in free and get drinks or have y'all buy drinks. So they know men got hip to it. So they've devised another strategy as to do it. But the reason why they do this is because if women didn't have access to this, nobody would show up but men. It would be nothing but men in the club. Women are going to find another place to go, or they'll stay home. This is the cost of women. So all that liquor that y'all paying for, all that part, and this is another reason why, let me see here. This is another reason why particularly black clubs go out of business, All right. So this is why you have a good black franchise, a good black brunch spot, a good black nightclub. You have Dre's in Las Vegas. One of the reasons Dre's in Las Vegas goes out of business and the other white clubs don't is because the men generally know that this is how it works. Middle Eastern men, Indian men, they know this is how it works. The cartello niggas, they know that this is just how just doing business. All right. But when you get the black men in particularly, black men don't want to spend a dime. They bring their own bag or bring their own bottle. They don't want to buy sections. They want to sit up there and dance and ha-ha and key-hee and do the butt and talk to bitches and mouthpiece hoes. And they got the pimps and the players in there trying to get hoes on the track. All right. And what'll happen is the club can't survive. The club needs y'all to buy drinks. They need you guys fraternizing with the women. Yep. They want a parking lot pimp. And they don't want to buy, I'm not paying $25 a drink. I'm not paying $600 for a bottle of Patron in the section. I'm not paying $500 with a drink minimum. I'm not paying $1,000. So black clubs tend to have this mindset. Well, it'll survive for a little bit. And then they'll think the black club promoter who's providing this opportunity for y'all niggas to not just dance for free and leave. They're like, hey, you need to support this. Well, black guys, I ain't buying these bitches drink. I ain't doing that for these hoes. Fuck that. I'm giving them hard dick and bubble gum. I'm coming here using my crispy mouthpiece. And guess what? The club closes up. A white club moves in. And then y'all say it's racism and they don't want to have the black people out past curfew. And y'all will make it a racist issue when it's a economic issue. You guys are not to say you should support this idea of sections and bottles and shit like this. What happens is y'all don't want to engage in it because you guys don't want to spend money directly on women. Y'all don't want to pay the cover charge, or y'all pay the cover charge $20. That's all I'm paying, niggas. Standing holding one drink, nursing it. And that's because of the culture. It has nothing to do with really racism per se. You don't support it economically. How do they pay the rappers? How are they going to pay the staff? How are they going to pay the women that are paid to be there? It just doesn't make business sense for them to continue to do it. Now, white young kids and white people's clubs, they'll pay for that. Now, they'll be pissed paying for it, but normally they know what comes with it. Tricking. They can get access to fine bitches. All right. They're like, hey, we can get access to hot chicks. Where they don't have the mouthpiece. Their game is let's go get a section and pop some bottles, and all the hot chicks are going to come, and we're going to give them access to Pink Tootsie and Molly, and we're going to get them, hit them, passed out drunk. So they already know that there's an exchange. I pay for the section and the bottles, then the bitches come. But black guys are called that tricking. I'm going to try to get the bitches without the mouthpiece. I mean, I'm going to try to get the bitches without buying a drink. I'm going to try to get the bitches without being in the section. You see them bum ass niggas over there in the section? I'm going to show them niggas that I'm going to stand here for 5 hours talking this bitch's ear off to try to get a drink. To try to get this bitch to either buy me a drink or come home with me after the club. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different mindset where you don't realize the economics is the women run the whole thing because they are the draw to the event. That's why typically, you know, there's a cost to doing business with women. Sometimes the club promoter has to pay that cost. Sometimes there's pretty privilege and the women can get access where other pretty women cannot. All right. They're the bait. Yes. So when you understand that about consumerism, you know what's up. But I'm going to give you some real crazy shit here about how women cost. All right. One of the things you'll hear about how women control 83% of the economy or the dollar spent is they'll come up with an excuse saying women actually focus more on household spending. Okay. So women, since they are domestic homemakers, domestic engineers, their mothers, they'll say, well, the purchasing is because of right here, household purchases, major household purchases, dishwashers, you know, towels, hand towels and napkins and plates and furniture and shit like this. They'll say it's because of that. And because women are the family, they're the acting primary decision maker for major household purchases. I'm going to bust that myth up real quick. I'm going to bust that shit up. But it says right here, vacations. They typically pick vacation destinations. All right, let's go here. Let's go to Tulum. Let's go to Ibiza. Let's go to Paris. Let's go. Women typically are the ones deciding that. And if they don't have a man, they're the ones deciding it. Let's go to Jamaica. Let's go to Ghana. So even in couples, women are the ones picking where you go to vacation. All right. You're like, Hey, let's go to Venezuela. Let's go to Colombia. Let's go to Medellin. Your wife ain't gonna want to go to Medellin. She gonna be like, Medellin for what? She gonna want to go to Australia, Sydney, where y'all go on a tour and go back to the hotel and not fuck and shit like this. New cars. Men typically drive this idea of getting new cars. Primarily, when you get a new car, what are you gonna think you're gonna get access to? Women. You get a new Range Rover. You get a new Scat Pack SRT. You get a new Dodge Challenger. You get a new Ford Mustang. All right. Even white boys, you get a new BMW. Women are going to like me. So this is where they do drive or influence the purchase of these things. Then you go down to food and groceries. 93% of all food and over-the-counter medication purchases, 93% of all food and groceries are directly or indirectly influenced by women. Take it out of the household. Restaurants. What do women like? How many times have you sat around thinking, I want to try a new restaurant as a man? There's a new restaurant opening up. I can't wait to go. This is typically not what we're thinking about. Women, there's a new sushi restaurant. There's a new motherfucking kebab restaurant. There's a new Mediterranean. There's a new Caribbean. This is women. Then they find a way. Oh, there's this. Oh, my goodness. Wow, USA getting embarrassed, y'all. USA getting embarrassed. It's over. Yeah, there's a new brunch spot. There's a new brunch spot. I can't wait to try. When I moved to Vegas, in order for me to discover Vegas, I started monetized dating. And when I started monetized dating, these women would pick up all the spots. All right. And the women, I would plan everything. This the time, but I'm new to Vegas. Tell me where to go. And they could not wait. Now, the places that I go to now are the same places my JUCOs put me up on. All right. In the first year of monetized dating, in the first 2 years, I learned Las Vegas doing monetized dating. I knew what spots to go to, where to spot. So now when I schedule JUCOs or when I date women, I go to these spots and they think I'm the best. They're like, damn, you know where everything is. Right. You know where everything is. Yep. They be on TikTok wanting to try this and wanting to try that. I learned in my first 2 years of monetized dating in JUCO where to go. All right. Because them bitches all knew where to go. All right. I was taking notes. Now, when I send the itinerary to my girls, I'll be like, I know where to go. We're going to hit here. All right. And that's how I learned Las Vegas, through women, because they knew where everything was. But men typically aren't going to know where to go or where to pick. They're going to pick all the, motherfucking, y'all PF Chang's. Y'all going to go PF Chang's, Cheesecake Factory. Right. That's what men are going to pick. Mastro's, Fleming's. Just the old standards. And you think you're impressing these women, and they already know this shit. They already been there 100 times. 7-Eleven, Chipotle, Waffle House. Vacations and travel. 92% of all travel and vacation decisions. Women. 92% of all vacation and travel decisions are influenced and decided by women. Now, this is interesting because they're the ones that don't have the money, allegedly. You let black women tell it, they got more money than you niggas, but they're the ones with the gender pay gap at the same time. But 92% of all travel and vacation destinations and decisions are done influenced by women. 80% of healthcare and family medical decisions. 68% of new car purchases influenced by women. 68%. Okay, here we go right here. Says by 2028, women are slated to control 75% of all discretionary spending. Women cost. And dudes be like, these women don't have to pay for nothing. I don't have to pay for nothing with them. What? They will control $30 trillion in consumer spending. Market research indicates by 2028, 75% of all discretionary spending, women. They ain't doing shit. Women are in business. They're looking at it. Watch this. I'm going to give y'all some more here. Somebody said, all sponsored by a man. All right. So you see why they're monetized dating, right? Let me show you this. Or that you see why they got doing what they're doing. Yes, women dominate Amazon's consumer base. I asked, do women spend more on Amazon than men? Yes, they dominate. Amazon's consumer base dominated.
I like to get dominated.
It says they account for 75% of all Amazon shoppers. 75%. It says men spend more frequently and actively. While studies show that women do most of the casual shopping, men complete more frequent transactions and lean heavily into e-commerce for quick, practical purchases. So men are buying practical purchases. Women are just spending. 75% of all Amazon shoppers, women. That's why you move in with a woman, the Amazon box is gonna pile up and pile up and pile up. While dudes are like, let me get some practical purchases. All right, I got to get a car for, you doing the car comparison. You got the little car shit. All right, I need a headlight for my car. What year's your car? Here we go right there. This matches your car. All right, boom. You buy a headlight. Your headlight don't went out on your car, your tail light, and now you done bought a tail light. Her, 75%. What about this? I asked, this should be a no-brainer. Okay, but you'll see this real quick here. I asked about Fashion Nova. Women account for the overwhelming majority of Fashion Nova sales. The basic brand primarily targets women between the ages of 18 and 35, aka broke women, while retailers now feature a man's line. Its explosive industry growth and massive social media following was built almost entirely by catering to women's fast fashion and curve-hugging clothes needs. Not a surprise, right? And so they'll put a whole outfit together for $25. Shoes, jewelry. So this is why if you date a woman or you bring her out, you fly her out, monetize dating, she will buy a whole new wardrobe. Right? She'll buy a whole new wardrobe for $75. That includes the shoes, the little fucking dress, the jewelry, the accessories that go with it, the ring, pinky ring, all of that shit for $78. And then somebody said Shein and Aloe. Yep, Shein, Aloe, Lululemon. And those girls will go out and wear it. Bikinis, bikini wraps. They'll go out and wear it, and the girls will be pointing them out. Oh, I saw that shit on Fashion Nova. I saw that shit on Shein. And the girls will be pointing, that's that outfit I looked at on Shein. And they'll be pointing it out and be like, And they might even come up to them. I like your headdress. I like your headscarf. I like your little thing. Where'd you get that from? Oh, girl, it was so cheap. I got it for $35 on Shein. I got it for $35 on Temu. Okay. This is how they work, bruh. And they said they dominate this. The overwhelming majority. Not a surprise. These are catering, but let me give you some more here. Okay, let me give you some more. And by the way, fast fashion is a thing. If you want to explore the negativities of fast fashion and how it harms our environment, there's a documentary out. Let me see here. Fast fashion documentary on Netflix called The True Cost. And Brandy Melville and the Cult of Fast Fashion. I believe that's the one. I watched both of those. But Brandy Melville and the Cult of Fast Fashion. If you want to watch that, you'll watch how women create women's industry in their consumerism creates toxic environments for fast fashion. All right. It is a mind bender. It'll open your fucking mind. You'll be like, damn. And you'll think about going to these stores, which I'm not going to name because I don't want to get sued. But these stores that sell cheap clothes, they're meant for you to wear them 1, 2, or 3 times and discard them. Okay. But these clothes end up in, places where they send them to third world countries or underdeveloped countries. And then they get the people to wear them, oftentimes throwing them in their beaches and oceans. All right. So the clothes are causing a toxic environment and eroding away good third developed countries that should be developing. But the clothes is not meant for you to wear multiple seasons. All right, it's meant for you to wear 1 or 2 or 3 times in a season, like a summer season, and then to be discarded. So that's why it's cheap. It's cheaply made. It's not meant to hold up. You can't send it to the dry cleaners. The fucking threads are going to come out of the collar and out of it's, so for people that go to, let's just say Old Navy, those clothes are cheaply built, cheaply made. They're fast processed. They're built for all size, one size fits all, and they're not built for size. Brandy Melville, one size fits all. We only going to do it to certain consumer. And it's meant for you to wear once, twice, or 3 times and dispose of. Same thing as the shoes. The shoes women are wearing, they're not meant for comfortability and to be used over and over again. They're built for to be wearing 1 or 2 or 3 times, and then the heel's going to bust and the buckle's going to bust, and it's out. All right, they're going to throw that fucking $15, $20 pair of high heels she got from Fashion Nova out and throw it away. All right, so same thing, man. Guys, this is why when people go cheap, it's actually more expensive. Because you got to keep buying the cheap clothes over and over again. Now, people who don't, well, you're going to be wearing some cheaply made clothes that are not comfortable for you. And now you're wearing these things over and over again, and you wonder why they don't last after you wash it 3 or 4 times. Not saying paying for more expensive clothes is a solution, but just know that's the case. All right, but let's even give you some more numbers here. Okay. I asked the question, who spends more on dating? Who spends more on dating? Men or women? Who do you think it is? Well, it's men, actually. Men typically spend significantly more money on dating and romance than women. However, they said the direct cost shows that men spend considerably more on dates, right? Drinks, entertainment, transportation. Now, these niggas gonna tell me that's indirect. That don't count. I'm not paying because it's indirect. Me washing my car, me driving, me giving gas and buying myself drinks, or at least paying my half to go and get entertainment, and her paying the other half is not paying. But right there, that's a direct dating cost. In fact, traditional norms are slower to fade. Surveys show 80% of men still expect to pay the first dates. And many cover the majority of expenses throughout the relationship. Men cover the majority of expenses throughout a relationship. Now, this is just Google. Of course, when you ask niggas, they act like this is not happening. No, this is not happening. Not me. Okay. But watch this. Preparation and grooming. While men outspend women on direct dating costs, women often outspend men in the dating marketplace regarding indirect costs. That is, expenses like healthcare, makeup, outfits, we just talked about, gym memberships dedicated to maintaining their appearance for dating. Okay, so the indirect, the preparation and grooming. Men don't spend that much on preparation and grooming, but we just described women buying outfits for every single time. You're going to date? Tell us where we're going so I know what outfit. Now they all on Temu, Shein, and Fashion Nova, and you wondering why she's bugging you about an itinerary. Tell me the details so I know what to wear. And you're like, bitch, you wear something in your closet. She's not wearing something in her closet. She needs 3 to 4 days in advance notice so she knows where she's going so she can hop on Fashion Nova. Yep, they want the hair, they want the Zoe shit.
Hair, makeup, esthetician, facials, vagina waxing, everything. That is all independence.
Okay. Now, men are going to say, well, she can use that makeup. She's not going to use $220 worth of makeup on my date. This is true. But she bought that $220, be able to wear on dates, including going to work and shit like this. All right. So, and somebody said this, women can't wear the same thing twice on Instagram. So they go on Instagram, they take pictures. And guys, I hear this all the time. This is not a surprise. Not that you have to accept this, but when they're going on vacation, if they took a picture on the last vacation, if they took a picture in a nightclub wearing a certain thing, they're not about to wear that shit again on the picture. 2 days later, 3 weeks later, a month later, they're like, I already wore this shit on Instagram. I already wore that shit on Instagram story. These bitches gonna see me with the same shit on, the same bikini that I wore on the last vacation. Now we are wearing the same board shorts. We're wearing the same board shorts in every vacation for 5 years, whether they fit or not. We got the same board shorts for the last 5 years. Out of style board shorts. Mexican niggas wearing board shorts to their knees. Niggas wearing jeans at the beach. Okay. Okay. But women, nope. They go on a new vacation spot. They remember all the shit they took a picture of. And so they need to order some new shit. Okay. Now, you're saying they don't need all that. Okay. But that ain't gonna stop them. Just because you think they don't need it ain't gonna stop them. Okay. What do we got here? TikTok shop. Women are significantly more likely to take purchasing actions and dominate the consumer space on TikTok shop. 64% of TikTok shop customers and 9% more likely to make a purchase after watching a TikTok video compared to men. 9% more likely. Generation Z, 75% of Generation Z women use TikTok, making them a driving force for influencers, sponsor product hauls, and in-app impulse buying. Okay. So they will buy and they will say some motherfucker on TikTok. Okay. And you're like, who? James Charles? Who? They'll go on Sephora and ask for some shit. They'll be in there with the Caitlyn Jenner. They'll be like, where's Kylie Jenner medication? I went to took this Ling Ling in the Sephora and she asked for some motherfucking makeup kit. And I was like, who is that? And it was some gay dude dressed doing makeup like a woman. Somebody I never heard from. And she was like, he on TikTok or YouTube. I'm like, is she in there asking for his motherfucking makeup line? I'm like, man, hey. Hey, I can't call it. I can't call it. Let me see here. Here's the last one that I want to show you. Actually, two more. Luxury items. Fendi, Gucci, Prada, Goyard. You notice Goyard was mentioned in the song about the Young Miami song, Goyard. Some of y'all niggas don't know what Goyard is. Y'all like, what the fuck is a Goyard? Well, this is the kind of the most in bag. You know, Birkin was in. Now it's out. Now, Goyard is the go-to item. It's going to go out too. But by the way, Goyard has always been around, but it hasn't been used to prevail as the it bag. But it's back as the it bag. So this is a Goyard. They do have men's wallets. It's in this pattern. You'll see this pattern. Oh, by the way. All right, watch this. I'll show you. I have a Goyard wallet. All right, so there you go right there. So I have a Goyard wallet, and I have a lot of these because I went to Vietnam. All right, so this is why I won't purchase luxury items in the United States ever again, because when I'm in Asia, I pile up, nigga, man. I bought like 8 of these, all colors. My son wanted some. All right, so I got a Goyard wallet. All right, and if you can see there, Goyard. But I bought this shit for like barely probably $10, $12, bro. You can get everything in Asia, my G. All right, but Goyard, they make men's and women's bags and wallets and clothes and purses and shit like this. This is Goyard. So when you hear this Goyard shit, he said that's not Goyard. It's Coachyard. It's Coachyard. Hey, look at that. Nobody will know. Nobody knows. Okay. When you got money, they don't care about you wearing fake shit. When you broke, they worry about you wearing fake shit. All right, but when you got money, you can wear fake shit because they're going to think it's real. Right? Nobody knows. Nigga, I got a real Rolex in and a fake chain and a fake Goyard. All right? They don't know. Is that real or fake? Jump out of G-Wagon. I jumped out of a Porsche. I jumped out of a Porsche 911, a real one. Do you think they think my wallet is fake or real? I got Louis Vuitton sunglasses, real ones. All right, and a fake chain. Nobody knows. No, they can't. They don't. They got too much shit to worry about, nigga. Like, what's real or what's fake, nigga? You got. All right, your chain is fake, but my glasses are real, nigga. $750, nigga. What's real? What's fake? A real Rolex and a fake Goyard. Nobody knows. When you have money, nobody gives a fuck. Everybody just assumes it's all real. Okay, because I got enough real shit on. All right, let me see if that Rolex. Oh, that's a heavy ass real Rolex. So is my Gold Yard wallet. Because my glasses are real, nigga. And this Porsche 911 I parked in valet is very real. Nobody gives a fuck if you have the money, nobody really gives a fuck. It's when you don't have the money, people call you out for fake shit. My earrings, Claire's. These aren't real fucking earrings, bro. I'm not putting $3,000 worth of earrings in my ear, nigga, to lose them. All right. I go right to Claire's where me and my daughter pick out earrings. Now my son has his ear pierced, nigga. We get a whole family pack. A whole family pack. Fuck that, nigga. I'm not paying $3,000 for no fucking earrings, nigga. All right. I'm going in, right? What? And dude, people think they're real. They're like, oh, those are great. People think they're fucking real, bro. I'll be like, and I don't correct them. I wore some black diamond earrings, and this woman was like, damn, I've always wanted some black diamond earrings. But she knows I got money, so she don't really think that I'm wearing fake black diamond earrings. Why would the fuck would I buy black diamond earrings, real ones? What the fuck is, like, what? Crazy, bro. Straight from Claire's special. But people think they're real. They're like, your diamonds are really glittering and shiny. Yes, they are. All right. When you have the money, you realize that you can buy all this shit. And most of the time, it ain't worth it anyway. Most of the people are going to think it's real. You're sitting in a nice restaurant. They think you got some real shit on. And it really don't matter because you in the restaurant. So anyway, but if you're sitting in Waffle House with some jewelry, more than likely, they're going to know it's fake. You're sitting in Waffle House and you pulled up in the Scat Pack. USA got destroyed. But here's the kicker right here. Women emerge as the big luxury item spender. Women typically, there's some women that know how to play the game with fake bags. I mean, with the fake bags and the knockoffs. But it says right here, according to the Robb Report, women emerge as the big luxury spenders. It is the women spending more money on luxury goods, not men. Women like to shop. It's no secret, but as the balance of wealth shifts globally, women influence in the luxury sector is growing stronger. Their discretionary income may be less than men's on average in the aggregate, but it's rising. And though they tend not to spend as much money on luxury goods as men do or buy as many items, women are likely determining many of the luxury purchase that men make. So even this is the influence we talk about. So if men make a luxury purchase, it was the women that directly determined or influenced him to make that purchase. So even the purchase didn't go to her, the men led in it and they then influenced the guy to purchase it. Okay, same thing. I don't pay for pussy, but nigga didn't pay all that money for moissanite and cubic zirconium and fake and real chains to impress hoes. Okay. Then when the men buy something, not for themselves, they buy it for the woman. So it went on the man's credit card, but the woman got the purchase. Okay. And here it is right here. Okay, let me see. Is this another one? Let me see here. Women are high spenders in the luxury categories than when it compares to men. Studies show that up to 27% of women spend over $50,000 annually on luxury items compared to 17% of men. While men's luxury purchases tend to concentrate on watches and electronics, women typically drive luxury fashion, beauty, and holiday markets. These are all from people who are supposedly ain't got no money all the time, right? Or gender pay gap. Now, I mentioned this. And here's something right here. I check this out. I mentioned this today and I said, go to a shopping mall. How many stores are specifically for men? Now, I talked to a woman about this and she started naming, oh, that's not true. And she started naming this store and this store is this store. I was like, these are stores that both people have, right? You can go in there and there's women shit in there, but any stores that specifically cater to men. all right, that only cater to men in any shopping mall. Now, I looked it up, and I was right. All right, CGA was right. Of course, I'm only going to talk shit about what I'm right about. And it says right here, in the broader retail industry, men-only physical stores represent a very small fraction, typically well under 10% of all brick and mortar clothing and general merchandise shops. 10%, let's just take it and say there's a shopping mall. In essence, only 10% or less, it says well under, only 10% of those stores in said shopping mall will be geared to males only. And it's normally going to be on the side of the mall, tucked away over there in the corner. And they'll be lined up over there. The suit store, the motherfucking. Whereas then you start saying, well, what about the other stores? And the woman's going to say, well, no, that's for children. All right. This is for families. This is for furniture. And she's going to say that that's not a store just for women. But let's go back and knock that shit right out of the box. You see, you can't have these conversations with them because they're going to think, no, that's not for women. But here it says right here, they're the primary decision makers for major household purchases. So if it's a store and they sell mixers and motherfucking coffee makers and furniture, and that's a store for women because it's a household expense. And the women are going to either drive, purchase, or influence that purchase. That's not a store for men just because they don't have dresses and shoes and shit in it. Okay. That is a store they know women are going to be the ones. 93% of all food. So any restaurant in that mall is there, and there's going to be designed and catered to women. Okay. So they're the ones that store is for. It's not for family. It's not just because it's not for the woman specifically doesn't mean it's not a store catering towards women. And we got the Lord shining upon CGA as we are about to close this stream. All right. Think about this, man. There's a major cost to women, and everybody knows it. Only certain dudes are in denial, and dudes will sit up there because we can do far more with less money. We could get away with it. We could get away with wearing the same clothes for 5 years, even though you're not supposed to. It's not supposed to be worn for that. We could get away with it. So when women start saying they need this, they want that, we say they shouldn't want that. But reality is that ain't gonna stop them from wanting it or finding a way to get it. Or either they don't get it and they're depressed. Oh, I should even look that up. There's something called retail therapy. What is retail therapy? It is the act of shopping to improve your mood or cope with negative emotions. It works by releasing dopamine, the feel-good hormone, while making purchasing choices can also help restore a temporary sense of control and empowerment. Who is more likely to engage in retail therapy? Millennials, high earners, and women. Millennials, high earners, and women are the most likely to engage in retail therapy to improve their mood. While nearly half of consumers use shopping to boost their spirits, millennials lead all demographics in both the frequency and the amount spent, with Amazon and Walmart being the go-to platforms. Gender, while the stereotype targets women who report buying more clothes, accessories, and beauty products, men also therapy shop frequently. Men and emotionally purchase. Men's emotional purchase, however, tend to be more expensive, such as electronics and video games. All right, so that's where women will say, what about this? And what about when y'all buy that? Well, it seems that that's going to something that has frequent use, which women, let me just phrase this right here, just so we can correct it. So the man's going to purchase something that's more expensive that he can use frequently. All right, so a PS5, he's going to use that a lot over and over again. Well, women will buy something that's consumable. All right, perfume, a makeup palette, fast fashion, high heels, shit that's going to go away. All right. Shit that's gonna be used up. All right, they're gonna buy it, use it up, and then it's gone. Whereas the guy still has access to the video game. He gonna still play the fucking video game over and over and over again. And he's gonna do far less of it, but more expensive. Women buy little trinkets and accessories and shit. All right, and then all of a sudden they put it in a box somewhere, hide it, and never see it again. Right. All right, so not saying what we do is better than theirs, but we're just clearing home the point there that this is something that, again, millennials, high earners, and then women are the ones that are going to engage in this idea to improve their mood by shopping. I need to go buy something. I need to just go to the mall and yeah. Let me do some super chats and get out of here and get y'all time back. Sad news, man. By the way, it sounds like the World Cup is going to be almost all European at this point. If you guys don't know, look at the bracket. It's going to be almost all Europe and the Mediterranean. All right. And only Colombia and Argentina can save them at this point. World Cup bracket. All the Mediterranean teams and the European teams have advanced, despite that the African teams made quite the impact getting into the field at 32. As you can see, France, Morocco, that's the Mediterranean. All right. Or you could call France part of the Mediterranean, partly in Europe. You have Spain and Belgium, obviously Europe. They've advanced. Then you have Norway and England, Europe. African teams made it, and they performed very well in the opening of the knockout rounds. None of them advanced, though. But they played very well. They don't have nothing to be disappointed. And here we have the last bracket. If Switzerland and Egypt makes it, it's all going to be Europe and the Mediterranean. And I think then Argentina and Colombia, I'm assuming they're the favorites, so they would advance. Both of them would advance. Argentina has the easier round here. It could be that Colombia barely skated out of Ghana. And so now we know that might be a toss-up. But if you get those two advanced, they save the bracket from being completely Europe and Mediterranean. So it's now the Europe Cup at this point. All right. And everybody else can go home. Obviously, no Asian teams made it. Not a surprise. All right. All right. So now it's just the Europe Cup. All right. Which everybody's going to lose interest in America if it's the Euro Cup. So we'll see what happens. Colombia and Argentina, you're getting the Mexican horns today, but we're pulling for you. We're rooting for you. And also, people in Colombia, they take soccer seriously. Some of them niggas don't disappear if they move to Switzerland. You'll never hear from them or their family again. So I'm praying for you. That was back in the days of Pablo Escobar. All right. So we're praying for you. I hope times have changed. I hope they've got less serious about their soccer. But yes, it's going to be the white people cup. Sizzle said the white people cup. All right. But hopefully them niggas on Pablo Escobar used to make people disappear. They came back and fucked around and get to the finals. All right. So we praying for y'all. All right, the Cartelo's gonna be like, what? You lost to Switzerland? You guys fucked it up. You fucked up my whole year. All right, my whole year is ruined. We've been waiting for this day, and we have mucho dinero on the Colombianos. So somebody got to die. All right, now I got to cut you. All right, that's it.
Now I got to cut you.
Somebody said the Colonizer Cup. And this is interesting. You guys are saying the European team have black players. They surely do. So that's interesting. That's a whole interesting thing there. American has a black man that plays on American's team. He was African or European. I can't remember. The Colonizer Cup. He says a lot of these European teams have they have the influence of Africans. We definitely know France has Mbappe. So, there's no denial there. And half of the French team is black. All right. I told you niggas to learn to play soccer and stop playing basketball, but y'all didn't want to have that conversation. All right. But half of the French team is black. The Moroccans have everybody looks like that one nigga, Hakimi. Everybody looks like Hakimi. So this should be interesting. They all look the same on Morocco. Spain and Belgium, they had not many Negroes. All right. I don't know if Spain does. And then Norway has all Vikings. They got all them white people. They have that one guy. I believe that one guy very popular. England don't have that many niggas. Right. But they do. A lot of the European teams definitely be out there going to the African nations to steal from them for sure. They'd be like, hey, or your mama was a maid here in 1837. England got some niggas. Yeah. Is it Holland? Yeah, I think this guy, he's a tall Viking looking nigga. You know, he ain't got no eyebrows. He got a Larry Bird mustache. He's a very good player. So this should be interesting. The European Cup. This is the World Cup sponsored by the Premier League. And or we're not knowing what's going on here. Anyway, shout out to everybody watching football. Americans, y'all losing y'all swag here. The NBA is no longer American. All the top players and the MVPs over the last 8 years have not been non-American basketball players. Americans, y'all losing y'all edge. Americans are losing your edge, bruh. Y'all losing the NBA. Y'all lost Major League Baseball. Y'all lost the National Hockey League. Y'all done lost motherfucking, what's next? Football? The NFL? Y'all losing in soccer? All y'all got is the NFL left. And they gonna whitewash that. They trying to find some white people to play good football. All right? They need another Jason. What's that white boy that played for the Giants? Jason? And they blew him up like he was the best thing since sliced bread. He was a cornerback for the New York Giants. Okay. Yeah, Jason Sehorn. They need some Jason Sehorns in the NFL. All right, but niggas is getting $80 million contracts in the NBA and then setting up gambling. Y'all setting up gambling, bruh. Look. Yeah, Jeremy Shockey. What's the tight end that played for the Chiefs that married Taylor Swift? They need some white boys to get in the NFL. But what did I just say? I was talking about something. I was just talking about something. Oh yeah, y'all setting up NBA contracts and gambling, nigga. What's the latest dude that got NBA gambling? Black people, man. Look, let's just call it straight. The black man, including myself, we some dumb niggas. We dumb as fuck. Like, we always gonna lean to some criminal shit. Like, we dumb, bruh. We listen, black people, black men, we gotta stop the bullshit. We gotta stop. We just gotta pony up and just realize we be doing some dumb nigga shit. All right, we be doing some dumb nigga shit. Like, yo, we can't get right, nigga.
The real problem is niggerism.
We can't get right, bro. Look, not all of us, but damn near all of us, bro. We gonna take the shortcut every goddamn time. So Malik Beasley just recently got arrested and indicted, nigga. Former NBA star Malik Beasley pleads not guilty to gambling charges, nigga, and is clearly on camera shaving points. What's his contract, man? The niggas be bozos. All right, he signed us. He right here. He was gonna make 3-year, $42 million extension. Hey, bro, he was about to get extended for 42 mil after the season. Right now, during free agency, he was about to get an extension for 42 mil. This nigga shaving points to make 80K. Like, bro, we gotta admit, we be doing some dumb nigga shit. I'm included, bro. We gotta just take this L, bro. We can't get right. we just can't get right. No matter what opportunities people give us, we literally be having the motherfucking key to the city, Pit Diddy, the key to the city and fucking it up. We gotta, the nigga brain need to be studied. The nigga brain, our nigga brains need to be studied. What is it, man? What do y'all think? What do you think it's about niggas that really be fucking it up for ourselves? And I'll say, he said, y'all. I gotta say we just so I don't offend the niggas. You know what I mean? But we just, somebody said Pooh Shiesty, get out of prison, rob Gucci Mane on tape, Then he put the fucking stolen loot on Instagram. Somebody said this is biblical. I mean, y'all can't blame the white man about everything. Y'all can't blame the white man for everything. It's been us the entire time, nigga. Now I know, I can't say this. Now I will know why y'all niggas was getting whooped all the time. Just think about this. Like, you can't get whooped no more. They can't whip you. I ain't saying the white man was right. I'm just saying, now it makes sense why y'all niggas was getting whipped all the time. Just think about this shit. Them niggas was like, look, all y'all got to do is pick this cotton and shut the fuck up. Like, bro, you going to be okay, nigga. I'm going to give you the innards. I'm going to give you the innards of the swine. Just be out here. We going to keep y'all health care. And after a while, we going to set y'all free. Just... And some dumb nigga, not me. And then just fucked it. Oh, nigga. You be like, yo, don't mess it up for us. Nah. All right, anyway, let me stop. Just drunk history. I'm just saying, you know, possibly. Niggas try to scam the master. You know what we should do is we should lighten up the load, keep some of the cotton for ourselves, and then skim off the top and then give him half the cotton. And then what we'll do is we go over there and we follow the moon, and then we be over there and we put the cotton over there by the alligators. All right. You know, some nigga was thinking about that. You know what we should do? We should sell some of the cotton back to the overseers and don't tell the master. I don't know. I'm just saying. That was one dude trying to figure out how to pimp hoes on the plantation. You know what we could do is we could make the master pay double, keep some for ourselves, and sell all the hoes on the plantation. Hey, come get Harriet Tubman, master. Hey, master, let's talk turkey real quick. Hey, master, I know you like Harriet Tubman. She's 15 years old. I got another 15-year-old girl right now. Let's see. If you take this one tonight, you give me 2 days off. You give me a couple of coins, and then all the other pussy, you talk to me first. You talk to me. You talk to me. You want to take Harriet? You know what I mean? I tell you who you could take, and I'll prepare her and get her ready to go for me. Just let me know, Mass. You said you give me 2 pounds of bacon. Hey, I see y'all be eating high off the hog. Why don't you throw me less chitlins and more rump roast? All right, and we give you access to the girls right over here, pimping. And y'all acting like this is not true. But if you guys realize, after the slaves became free, who became the pimps? Niggas. They sent them back over there to Massa, because Massa used to have all access to them. And then men became pimps during Reconstruction and sent them mammies back over there to deal with Massa. Oh, man. Y'all think I'm making this shit up, bro? All right, here we go right here. Let me show you a picture. Oh, they not showing it. All right, they don't want to tell me, but I got some pictures. He said drunk history with CGA. All right, little drunk history. All right, you got to watch the movie American Pimp. They talk about that. They talk about that. In American Pimp, they talk about that movie. You got to watch the movie. They talk about it in that one. Right here. Billy Dynamite. He said blacks were the up and God-fearing, law-abiding, strong families in the 60s until the dumbass plant Martin Luther King came back and destroyed it. All right, there it is. Hey, massa, we got the hoes. Right there. A couple of one of them nuke bombs that ruined the black community again. Your own black exploitation films focused on criminals, right? And men becoming pimps. All right. So I'm telling you, man, look, the black community has been definitely infected and infested by entertainment. And this genre of movie called blaxploitation centered around most of the time criminal elements running the community and popularized this endeavor for black men, all right, which is pimping, the pimping industry. This is why all black men think they're pimps. In fact, most of the pimps that are in the United States are black, the illegal pimps. One guy said in Las Vegas, 99% of all pimps are black men, despite they only make up less than 10% of the population of Las Vegas. A lot of guys still try to emulate this idea of being a pimp as an endeavor. All right, some guys will say they were a pimp and now they're legitimate, and how they used to put bitches on the track in 5th grade. And you hear guys nicknamed Goldie. That comes from this. This guy's name is Goldie. You'll hear them quoting black pimp shit and reading books by pimps. So this comes from, you think this problem with the scamming ass niggas is a problem. Black men have been injured psychologically by the entertainment industry. Injured is a good word. Black men, including myself, injured by the entertainment industry. Pimps, gangsters, niggas that can dance, niggas that play basketball and make millions of dollars and spend it all on coke and whores. The whole idea of drug dealing, the resurging of pimping, no snitching. Like, black people have been injured by entertainment. And so this goes along with the whole main event. This is just more injuring and poisoning the communities in order to profit. And then when people go and follow this path, there's no solution out of it. Somebody said Brooklyn St. Michael. If you guys want to know a better person to watch on this is Brooklyn St. Michael. Man, he is great. And he does it so emotionless that you can't even argue. You'd be a hard time arguing on him. He's a great one. Thank you for suggesting him. All right. I try to catch up on him as much as possible. They shadow ban his ass. All right. He had a great rapid growth at the beginning, but they shadow banned the shit out of him, bro. The New World Order came from his ass. All right. They came for him. But this channel right here, if you're interested, I'll show him, because I think he's great at explaining what goes on. He is so good. All right. This gentleman right here, Brooklyn St. Michael. He claims to not be black. He's actually created his own race, right? His own people. But he's good, man. He is good. Please, if you're interested in like history or reading books or suggestion for books or learning about, oh man, he is phenomenal. He's my favorite. He's my favorite go-to on this subject matter. He's my favorite go-to. All right. He breaks it down. But go listen to him if you're interested in that particular subject matter related to community issues and history of things. All right. He is unbelievable. Somebody said Chronicles of Judah was great, although he did get into some more outside shit that sometimes you might not want to believe in. You're like, oh my God, he's getting into numerology, which a lot of people will find that to be not authentic, but has a certain history. He'll get into a lot of conspiracy theories, and Chronicles of Judah was great. I miss him. He doesn't do much content on YouTube anymore, but he was good at breaking down a lot as well. Miss him as well. Chronicles of Judah. But he was too heavy for people. Chronicles of Judah was way too heavy. But he talked about a lot of things, and certainly related to what we would call the nanny goat. All right. And he deleted a lot of his videos. So if you look him up, I think he was Chronicles of Judah 144. But he would talk about people dedicating themselves to the nanny goat. I don't think he used nanny goat. He would use another word. But go ahead and sub to Brooklyn St. Michael's if you are interested in the subject. He's the go-to. He's the go-to now on YouTube. Somebody said the NWO got him. Yeah. And he broke down boxing and entertainment. He's good. But I would say Brooklyn St. Michael is the best right now that I know of. Anyway, let me see here. And you're gonna get lost in his subject matter. Shout out to Eric Scott. Appreciate you. You guys are gonna what do you call it when you guys you're gonna be binge watching. Somebody said Tariq Nasheed. No, Tariq Nasheed is a joke in terms of his commentary. Tariq Nasheed doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and I'm saying that I'm saying that for real. Like, Tariq Nasheed be making his shit up half the time. Dane Calloway is good too, but he's a little extreme. I think Dane Calloway's kind of poisoned by his own prejudice. But I like Dane Calloway too. All right. But I think he has some certain prejudices that poison his message that he's thorough, but I think Dane Calloway gets distracted, all right, a little bit. But that's just my own personal opinion. I do like Dane Calloway, but sometimes he goes way over here. All right. Anyway, JB, yeah, Tariq Nasheed is, somebody said, a pseudo intellectual. Yeah, I'm not listening to him in terms of information, but he probably would say the same about me. So I wouldn't disagree with him in that. JB says, my friend married a post-op trans woman. You can still tell it's a man. My friend identifies as a straight man despite being married to a trans woman. That was from earlier today. Good lordy. So she was a post-op trans. So, oh my gosh, I got questions. I don't even know if I want to know the answer. Dinero Trequello says 50K cash on 2 Sky Dwellers. We up. Shout out to you, Dinero Trequello. We up. All right. Shout out to R Firehawk in Miami Airport after returning from Medellin. Let's put it this way. I'm exhausted. That means his balls are empty. Anyway, I read a statistic that the average woman costs American taxpayers $140K over a lifetime. The average woman costs American taxpayers over $140K over a lifetime. All right. That's from when she's not married, when she gets divorced, child support into her elder years of 56, 55, and 70 and 80 plus. Think about that, bro. They really are supported by the people. They're less likely to be supported by themselves, all right? Especially when they older women in the olden days, them bitches be getting osteoporosis and shit like this. They literally couldn't pick up shit, like, bruh. Our Firehawk says you set niggas up for success and they still find a way to F it up. Like, come on. Ninjas will get they will get the opportunities they ask for and fumble. Now, people say white people do it too. Yeah, but you got to ask yourself, these niggas will make millions and billions and blow it on hookers, blow and nigga shit. And look, Tupac, God rest his soul. He had his whole life handed to him on a platter. Think about it. And he died for stomping a nigga out, bruh. I mean, over some gangster shit, allegedly. You got to shake your head at that, bro. You got to shake your head. He died doing some LA Crip blood gangster shit. That's how you went out, nigga. You had everything ahead of you. And you died over a gold chain snatched at a Fox Hill Mall and stomping a whole killer gangster nigga out. Bro, you can't help niggas. Can't help niggas. Niggas gonna find a way to fuck it up. All that for a gold chain. That wasn't yours. It was somebody else's. And somebody whispered it in your ear and motherfucking put a battery in your back to try to prove you a gangster and died hours later, bro. I mean, I can't, bro. I mean, look, we gotta use this as a lesson. I love Pac, but we gotta use that as a lesson. You got to use that as a lesson. I know that shit is shitty, and that's why y'all niggas be thinking I be dissing Kevin Samuels. I don't. I'm using it as a lesson. Use shit as a lesson, bro. Then that led to Biggie getting shot. Like, we can't. It's like, how is this possible, nigga? Like, we like the new Italians. Eventually, hopefully, niggas will make movies about us, and everybody will be, these endearing niggas that were gangsters. I don't know. But it's just, we got to study people, bro. We got to study why we continue to do these things and then blame other people for our shit. It's us. It's me. It's me. We do it to ourselves. We can't blame people. People call it self-hating. All right. I can't I can't look in the mirror. Niggas don't want to look. Black people don't want to look themselves in the mirror with your wide ass nigga nose and your bug eyes, your motherfucking beady ass eyes. Niggas scared of their reflection. They scared. They don't want to look at themselves. Them niggas, y'all got Michael Jackson condition. Y'all don't like your nigga nose. Y'all don't like anything about yourselves, so y'all blame everybody else. Look at your own nigga nose in the mirror, nigga. I ain't scared. I like looking at my nigga ass features in the mirror. You don't. So you wish you was white. So you blame everything on the people you hate. Nigga, just look in the mirror, nigga. It's you. Don't be scared, nigga. You the one. It's your fault.
And that's you.
Look at your nigga ass face. Look at your nigga ass shoulders and shit. And your deep ass nigga voice. And your nappy ass hair and your black ass gums and lips. You look at your black ass gums. You look at your black ass lips. You look at your kinky, curly, nappy ass hair. Nigga, don't blame me for self-hating. It's you. All right, anyway. Look at them big ass nigga soup cooling ass lips that you hate. I don't hate it. I love mine. I love my big ass nigga lips. All right, anyway. I love my black ass skin. Like, I love my white ass nigga nose. So, but look at yourself, bro. Don't blame nobody else, bro. You had every opportunity in the world, but you self-hating on yourself. All right, anyway, shout out to y'all. I don't like my black ass nigga hair, so I can't cut mine off. All right, but I got a beard. These niggas out here with these wide ass noses sniffing up all the oxygen for no reason. All right, and then you mad at me, but you hate yourself. I love my big ass nose. Look at that shit. I'll be sniffing the ball. Some of y'all niggas be out here sniffing up all the oxygen. Breathing up all the air. All right, anyway. I love y'all. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out, brothers, man. Let me make sure I got the last person on the Cash App. I did. These just jokes. Don't take it seriously, nigga. All right, anyway. Peace.
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin. The strong take. The poor complain. The rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.